Oh no. Okay. That's not supposed to be happening. So yeah, I set up multi-chat. I think I screwed up slightly. I think I screwed up slightly with the multi-chat. Let's resize that. So yeah, we'll see if we can. Oh, that's slightly better, I guess. So let's just resize that a little bit. There we go. There we go. See, I fixed it. It's all good. Okay, so I thought about it, and I have decided that I have unlisted the video. So you may go onto the main YouTube channel and you may notice, and Pearson, welcome in. But you may have noticed that the video is no longer there. I thought about it some more and decided, you know, I understand where they're coming from. So I was too fueled by my desire to make another rant video. So I decided to unlist it. You can still see it if you want, like if it's in your watch history or whatever. But let me just show you. So there was, it's really dumb, right? They screwed up. It's terrible. PDC gel is an embarrassment, yes. But what I really zeroed in on was the changes that they made, right? Okay, we can skip all this because this goes on for a while. But you know, it's fine. For the first little bit, it's a fine thing. Okie dokie really is a good replacement. But so yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk about. So what happens to all those old cards? And don't you love how the professor can emote? Professor Fur? Okay, so what they're doing is that they said, what are cards to replace specifically for the Lucario deck? And when Sprigatito, don't worry, it'll be the last stream before Perfect Order. I gotta bait you a little bit. Okay, so they're talking about the changes that are being made. Okay, so here you go. This is what I zeroed in on in the video. I had it, you know, taken out of context. This is horrible and stupid and the dumbest thing you've ever seen in the history of your life. But what they're trying to say is that if you want to specifically change the cards in this free Lucario deck, you take out a card. Forget what Squawkabilly can do for a second. Who cares what Squawkabilly can do? It's if you take out Squawkabilly, you can add in an Okidogi. So that's what it is you can add in an Okidogi. And yeah, you've converted everyone successfully. So that is what they're saying, is that, hey, you have to take out Squawkabilly so you have a slot for a Pokemon. And Zenith, Daylight Savings, baby. And then, oh, you're losing research in Iono. So how about Salvatore and Hilda, which are horrible suggestions, just in general. Horrible, terrible suggestions that no one in their right mind would choose, especially Hilda, unless you really want to get that Rocky fighting energy. And then Team Rocket's Petrol instead of Nest Ball. I don't remember if there's 4 Ultra Ball in the list, but like Gong and Ultra Ball should be here. So, you know, I am on the, this is our last daylight savings. I live in British Columbia, Canada, and we have said that, hey, this is our last one. But yeah, so just the way they worded it is that, hey, there's holes in your deck, and now you can replace them with these cards. And then again, it gives you the thumbs up. But in a vacuum, this is horrible. And also, it's your second turn, and you can't use Squawkabilly, but watch what happens. Watch what happens. So turn 1, or I guess turn 2, couldn't use Squawkabilly. Watch what happens on turn 3. What do you think's going to happen on turn 3? And let me know what you think. So I also have it that chat won't disappear. So it shows if you're from Twitch or YouTube and chat doesn't disappear. Are you gonna... we're staying... Whatever this is we're staying. So whatever time we're in right now is the one we're staying at. Yeah, we got some Squawk and Ball Torture. Okay, so this is our turn 3 coming up. Watch what's about to happen. You can use Squawkabilly. So again, I still unlisted the video, even though I think it's good. But, you know, it got 13,000 views. It wasn't going to get much more. But I can admit when I was wrong, right? I can admit when I was wrong. The game is horrible. The fact that it's called 2026 standard rotation and it doesn't, you know, give you a good idea of what rotation is really bad. but I can admit I was a little bit wrong. What are those? I wanted the creepiest looking one for the video. So I wanted the absolute creepiest looking avatar I could make for the video, and that's what I decided to go with. And will I admit about being wrong about Arboliva? It's not BDIF post rotation, it's just a really good deck post rotation. Right? It's not BDIF, it's just good. You know, I'm not going to take that away. I don't think it's top 10. Oh, it looks like this guy is a fan. And so I also did a few other things, because remember on Friday, well, the TCG, well, yeah, we're getting Patrat. I guess I'll talk about, yeah, I guess I haven't done a video, or I haven't streamed since we learned about Patrat. So I guess I'll put that on screen. But so yeah, remember on Friday, I was having issues with my computer. Oh, wow, apparently 11 supporters is not enough. Apparently 11 supporters is not enough. But yes, there is Patrat. Completely shuts down Monkey Dory. So this is going to change the meta completely when it comes out in May. But yeah, so I made some changes. I reduced the load so I don't blow my load quite as hard right now. So my computer should be able to handle this now. And I also don't have a tab open for YouTube, so if there's ever a problem with the YouTube stream, let me know. I don't know if you can type in chat or something, but just let me know. And, you know, this is a great start. Hopefully, Trust Your Pilot, the past pilot, remembered to put in playable cards. Yeah, so I reduced the load. Yeah, I'm not blowing as many loads anymore, which is good. All right, well, let's get Buddy-Buddy Poffin. Did past pilot remember to do the thing? Past pilot did not remember to do the thing. That is bad. So we're just going to triple cutter and see what happens. I guess I put the Vengeful Punch on the... No, we put it on the Uxie, because what if I, like, top deck an Air Balloon or something? Well, we're off to a great start. No. Psyduck counters Dusknoir. Patrat stops Monkey Dory and a couple other cards, but it's mostly just Monkey Dory. And yes, I you know, am big in the chat. Chat messages don't disappear. So let me know. Do you like it? Do you like having the 1 year of a single deck dominating? Yeah, but do you like having the messages not disappear only when they get bumped? They stopped raiding Alakazam, true. But mostly just Monkey Dory. Like, it also stops, you know, the new Ninetales coming out, the Coffadridius, a couple other cards. But yeah, it's mostly just the thingy thing. So you like it? You like having the messages there permanently? And Zonzo, there you go. Okay, all right. I say we bully the YouTube audience. Well, I can take away your icons. Not for vids, though. Well, it has to be one or the other, because I just take it straight from my stream. I like toes, but this is okay. I mean, I can change it. Yeah, you need to play Psyduck, Shaymin, and Patrat in your Rotom deck. Are you gonna gift a sub? And yeah, Wing Zero, I did. It is slightly improved. My computer is currently not freaking out. I'm sure it will start very soon. Oh, and again, prevent all effects of attacks. Prevent all effects of attacks. Guess what Uxie does? Guess what Uxie does? It's an effect of an attack. I faced Leafeon when I was testing. I'm facing all these decks that are terrible matchups for me. But the funny thing is, I can't win. I literally cannot win because Path to the Peak does not exist. So that's cool. So we lose this. This happened in testing too. I faced Leafeon, and Leafeon heals with its attack. No, this guy, you have to pay to be my friend. So you think it'd be better for them to disappear? All right, so yeah, I guess, we'll test it out for today. Less clutter if they disappear. And I can shrink, and I can shrink the chat box. And I can shrink the chat box. So yeah, I kind of do like it when they disappear. Post-rotation Charizard. Yeah, I kind of like it when they disappear just because it makes, you know, life slightly easier. Yeah, I guess we go up with the Budew, because this definitely won't be a Monkey Dory deck. And walking... Oh, 4 mulligans! Okay, well, we've won this one. This is a guaranteed win, as long as I don't put too many items in the discard pile. But, yeah, so I'm not an hour early. It's just daylight savings. Enlarge the chat box. Are you on mobile? So as long as I have Shaymin, we're going to win this game. Felipe. Yeah, I think it's like Philippe. And you don't think... Well, it could be that I just leave them up for like 20 seconds, right? I could leave them up for 20 seconds. I could leave them up for 30 seconds. Just after a time, they would disappear. Stupid bottle cage. Mobile and TV. Well, I don't think I can make it much bigger because there's really no good place, unfortunately. There's just no real good place to put chat in PDCGL. It's just really sucky, but that's just, you know, the way the cookie crumbles here. All right, so let's do that. I'll go Arven. Do I even have a counter stadium? Oh, I have 2. Okay, I have 2 counter stadiums, so that's okay. We can definitely win this game. I'm not concerned. And then I will go... I mean, I can still hit their active for 10, but I think we're just going to Itchy Paw in, slow them down for a turn. And yeah, I might like darken the background of the chat so it's a little bit easier to read. And yes, so I do understand how much better it is to have YouTube chat on screen, or like YouTube streaming, because YouTube Premium, there is like Twitch Premium, Twitch Ultra, or whatever it's called. Have I ever tried Team Rocket's Persian? It was a dark day, but yes, I did. It was a terrible deck. Horrible. Twitch Nitro, thank you. Twitch Nitro is a thing that exists. All right, well, let's go Poké Pad for another Bisharp. And this is the other Kingambit. This isn't the Kingambit that every other YouTuber's played, and I haven't. This is completely different. All right, so I think we still just go Itchy Pollen, let them knock out the Budew, and then we go behind on prizes and start sucking butts. Or yeah, Twitch Turbo, whatever. Will I play Slacking? Post-rotation? Yeah, I'm going to play a bunch of decks post-rotation. I don't think you have to worry about that too much. Like, post-rotation, I'm going to be doing a lot of things. It's just, you know, I want to get through the things that are rotating, but Slacking doesn't really lose anything. Like, it still has Ignition Energy, it still has Counter Gain, and it still has Team Rocket's Watchtower, and Team Rocket's Watchtower is actually really, really strong. So, yeah, of course. Yeah, anything that seems good, I'll play. But this is the Kingambit that takes a one-hit KO if they have 4 or more damage counters. So that Toedscruel EX prevents effects of attacks, and that's really bad. But I think I've already won. Mr. Darkside, we're playing Kingambit. I also have a Kingdra deck. And then I have a couple other decks just in case things go terribly, so don't you worry. I am fully erect here. I mean, I'm fully raring to go here. All right, so let's counter Catcher. They're Golduck, because they're a crazy person who plays Golduck. And all I've got is a Budew in there. And One Piece, welcome back. Okay, so let's evolve into the Kingambit. Wild first sentence, exactly. You know, you never know what to expect here. So I was originally going to do a poll, like, should Trust Your Pilot, the #1 PDCGL YouTuber and streamer of 2022 on PDCGL, are you freaking kidding me with the double Tool Scrapper? I mean, we're still going to win, but, like, the double Tool Scrapper is wild. So you have to remember... You have to remember that Chaos Rising still hasn't even been confirmed. So Chaos Rising still hasn't even been confirmed by the Pokemon Company. That should happen, you know, this month or something like that. But, oh yeah, we prized the Kingambit, so we're just out of things. But we already know all of the top cards that will be in Chaos Rising, which is hilarious. Yeah, we already know all of the cards that will be in the set, which is just the funniest thing ever. And that fossil is the thing that's going to evolve into Tier 2, if you're wondering. But yeah, so we already know the top 2 cards, or I guess the only 2 good cards, and Beedrill, are Patrat and Special Red card. Special Red card is our Iono replacement. We already know, so check out my new video. It's the new latest video because I took down the rant video because I already explained why. And Mega Bro, what I learned is that PDCGL hates you. Right? Because your opponent can just keep their good attackers in their deck and you can't copy anything good. And Never Gonna Let Me Down. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. It is going to be a rough year for the TCG. I mentioned this on Twitter and everyone got mad at me when I said this, but it's true. What did I call it? There we go. There it is. So this is the newly updated schedule for Japan for the Pokemon TCG. We are in for some rough times here. We are in for a really rough few months. Like, it's going to be, I don't think there's going to be anything this summer. We're just going to have, like, the main set. We might have Abyss Eye become its own set. Then Storm Esmeralda. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to, I don't think they're going to combine them. I wouldn't think they're going to combine them. But that's just a really concerning release schedule, isn't it? Because our sets are based on their sets. Yeah, so it'll be Mega Darkrai, Mega Rayquaza, and then the Aura Seeker. We don't know when that's going to be, but it'll have Mega Lucario. But I would assume it's just going to be Abyss Eye will be our, I mean, June, July, maybe our end of August set. And then Storm, Emeralda, and the starter sets will be something not great. Oh yeah, Chaos Rising. We already know everything about Chaos Rising, which is really sad. And I'm going to have to... Well, actually, that's fine. Actually, that's totally fine. I will strike... If you strike me down, I will become even more stronger. And yes, welcome in, YouTube audience. So I'm going to stream on the VODs channel until it gets to 1,000 subs, so it becomes monetized. This is my way of cheating the system. And then maybe I'll take Never Gonna Let Me Down's advice and I'll stream on the main channel and then just put the VODs on the VODs channel. And this is why I didn't put Town Store down earlier. But this is just a very... Oh, they didn't realize. This is just a very concerning release schedule. Because it means we're going to have a third. We're going to have a third one that's really bad. And yes, if you want to watch on the YouTube channel, there you go. If you're on Twitter or if you're on Twitch. But that's just really, really concerning because it means whatever our third main set of the year is, probably in August or September, it's most likely going to be another small set of like 80-something cards. And then our November set might be Storm Emeralda and the starter deck. And then we'll get Celebrations Collection in October. It just depends where Aura Seeker lands in the mix of this, right? It depends where the Mega Lucario set ends up. But what we know is that Winds and Waves is not coming out till 2027, probably the end of 2027, or maybe like October, and then we get a September set. But it's going to be real scarce here. You know, Perfect Order is 88 cards, Chaos Rising is 86, and then however many cards is in Abyss Eye, that's probably what we're getting. So it's probably going to be 3 sets in a row of just 80-ish cards. Which has never happened before in the history of the game. Because I looked at old sets from like the Heart Gold, Soul Silver era. Those sets had over 100 cards. Typically, the thing is about 3 years. And Zenith, exactly. I know you watch Trust Your Pilot. But typically, the whole rigmarole is 3 years before we get a new generation. That's kind of what it was on, you know, based on clockwork and stuff. It was just every 3 years. Wait, why can't I? Prevent all damage. Oh, it's and effects of attack. Sorry, I thought it was just damage that Carracosta prevented if you have a special energy. So I can still knock it out. It's just I have to attack with somebody who doesn't have a special energy, so I have to attack with this one. Yeah, we've never had that. And like I said at the start of the year, is that Ascended Heroes is going to be our biggest set of the year. Ascended Heroes, even though like 95% of it was just trash, we had 130 new cards in Ascended Heroes. That'll be our biggest set of the year. Every other set will be like 80 in the 80s, which is, you know, not even my limit for women, which might surprise you. And getting lazier, well, I think the problem is that they weren't expecting this to happen, right? They weren't expecting everything to go wrong. But I think they're taking this year to sort of recover, right? They bought another printing company or whatever. You know, they're going to have more printing going on. They have the printing company. They need to catch up on backstock. So I like the fact that they're smaller sets, not because, you know, there's less bulk. They're still going to be 90% bulk. They're still going to be 90%. Don't get it twisted. I am not happy about how terrible the sets are, but I'm excited simply because of the fact that they're going to be able to catch up on, you know, stock, and people are going to be able to buy Pokemon cards in stores again. All right, let's talk about Mega Pyroar. Okay, so the knee jerk reaction. So if you want to jerk off someone with your knee, your reaction there is that it's terrible. But the card isn't as bad as you might think seeing it at first, right? It's not good, but it's not as bad as you might think. And Peter, thank you. Yeah, pilots on them YouTubes. I got me pilots on my YouTubes. All right, let's get Pawniard and Uxie. We'll get that guy. We'll get that guy. We'll play with our balls a little bit, because playing with your balls is always fun. And yeah. And we just end turn. So that's what I wanted to talk about, is that it's not as bad as you might think. No, like it's bad. Don't get me wrong. It is very bad. It never gonna let me down. I'm going to pin that comment because you're smart. And Paint Girl Gamer Jade, hey, you're part of the 5%. You're part of the... You can play with the balls of your feet. Women have balls too. Just play with the balls of your feet. Jeez, I mean, that's what I'm talking about when I say... Oh my god, right, they have Monkey Dory. So this is just terrible matchup after terrible matchup for this deck. There's not a whole lot I can do because they'll just focus on getting multiple Monkey Dory up and running. So I guess I just go for Rapid Draw. If I can just Rapid Draw a bunch, that might actually be better. Because then I can do 50 and then I can knock it out and we can sort of see how that goes. All right, well, let's Energy Search. Attach to a Uxie and we will Rapid Draw. I guess maybe I should have bumped the Artazon with Town Store, because then they can, you know, get another Monkey Dory. But, you know, I can knock out this Crustle pretty easily. PDC Jill's telling me to play Sprigatito, and they have Mist Energy, and that's GG. Again, we're playing Toedscruel and Mist Energy decks. Okay, so the reason that I say that Mega Pyroar is fine is because, yeah, you just use Wally and Oricorio. The problem with using Wally and Oricorio is that you have to use Wally every single turn, and using Wally every single turn is never a guarantee. So it's like, yes, I'm going to be able to play it. I'll be able to win some games. I'll make a YouTube video. I'm totally expecting that to happen. It's totally expected. Miracle Headset is ace. Oh, God, please no. But Ferocious Bellow is more like a Meek Whimper. What about the Thornton item only works on basics. So yeah, I'll talk about that because I guess that's like the 4th best card in the set. But we don't know how good it's actually going to be. Well, that's just what Crustle always plays, right? So Big Bang Fire, 290. I mean, 290 is fine. You put a maximum belt or you have Gravity Mountain, you're doing quite a bit. You know, you're one-shotting every metal and grass type. So I'm not concerned there. But yeah, Book of Transformation. Yeah, that's what I talked about in the video. You just turn an Impidimp into a Mega Absol without ever exposing your toes. And never to let me down. We don't even need to do that. Just play Meganium or something. So yeah, Book of Transformation is a good card. We're going to have to wait and see. There's a very good chance this is highly playable. And I'm excited if it is, because, you know, it creates a bunch of strategies. And Jim, I know, right? That stupid Pyroar. Every time I walked in there, didn't matter if I walked in there with a water type or a ground type. You just get swarmed by women, and that's just, oh, that's my nightmare. I'd hate to be swarmed by, oh, this is a stupid Monkey Dory deck again. All right, I'm done. One more game with this deck, and then I'm done. Okay, this is getting... Wait, what? Yeah, this is the Monkey Dory deck again, so I'm done after this. This is an abomination. Yeah, Book of Transformation, swap a basic with a basic in your discard pile, so you have to play Ultra Ball. You have to do a bunch of things. So it's not the easiest thing in the world, but it is good. All right, here we go. We have lost this game, but that's okay. We're going to go get a Uxie. I mean, it's if they get a third Monkey Dory, right? If they get a third Monkey Dory, then we're screwed. If they just have two, we have a chance. All right, if there's just two, we can maybe win. It's if they get a third. That's going to be the problem. But I don't think I'll be uploading any YouTube gameplay videos just because I kind of want to have it be like unbroken, like Bonds. Or, yeah, Centiskorch in this economy. Don't forget, we're getting Diggersby. But I've really started to put a lot of time and effort into my Perfect Order videos. I'm still waiting to know the full set list before I, you know, publish all of them. Because there's a 1% chance that Judge is not in there. Or, you know, Energy Search reprint is not in there. We're still just kind of waiting. It's annoying as hell that we're still waiting for this world to stop hating. And there's the double. Oh, God, here we go. Yeah, like there's a 99% chance Judge is in the set. Same with Energy Search. Same with Crushing Hammer. Same with Pokemon Catcher. And Clam Burglar, if only. Okay, so I guess I can knock out the Monkey Dory, right? But the Centiskorch is also kind of trapped here. The Centiskorch is also just kind of trapped in the active, not able to do anything. You're going to have a freak off? Hey, I don't blame you for having a freak off, baby. All right, so let's go. Let's Lilies. Hope we get something. Not get anything and then regret it mightily. Hey, we got everything. Okay, we got double Bisharp. I really wish I'd believed in the heart of the cards because we could have knocked out that Monkey Dory. Because the Froslass pings would have knocked it out. But yeah, let's go retreat into the Uxie. Poké Pad for a Snorunt because we have an Iono next turn and we know they're taking a knockout here. And then Painful Memories. If you have to ask that if I have smooth feet, you're already streets behind. Yeah, this is what I learned trying to make decks like Centiskorch and Steelix work, is that if they don't knock out your Centiskorch or your Steelix, it's just kind of trapped there and you have to keep using its attack. Wii U Laddie, they did not get a reprint, but they will just give us the same Ralts and Kirlia. So it'll be the same Ralts and Kirlia, and then they'll probably, I mean, they're going to give us another Gardevoir at some point, right? You know for a fact they're going to give us another Gardevoir at some point. Only play with one ball. I can play with Pokeball. Pokeball. Oh, why do I only have the 60 hit point Snorunt? I forgot to switch it. That's my bad. I forgot to switch to the 70 hit point Snorunt. Because some of these lists I made pre-ascended heroes. But they have to find it. That's the problem. If I don't put a Town Store in play, how are they going to find it? And they already wasted their happy switch. So they have to get another Blissey. They have to... I mean, they're pretty much stuck. Never mind, they have a bosses, and they're knocking out my Froslass. But they are knocking out their Monkey Dory, which is good. And that's really strong. It's a different list because I put in Poké Pad. I guess I just forgot to switch the 60 hit point dude with the other dude. Alright, well, there's a Uxie. What did they get with the Pokegear? They grabbed Lilies. So that's fine. Alright, so let's go Metal Energy. I think I go Night Stretcher for the Snorunt. And mightily regret forgetting to switch the Snorunt, because we would have won this game easily if I remembered to put in the right Snorunt. Alright, well, there's a Kingambit. That's pretty good. Alright, so Vengeful Punch. Vengeful Punch. But the other issue with this deck is that if they don't knock out my Kingambit, this has a 4 retreat cost, and I can't retreat it unless I put in Big Air Balloon. But I don't have Big Air Balloon because you're just assuming the Kingambit's going to get knocked out. So it's really weird, right? It's just a really weird deck. And a really weird card, and it hasn't been performing. I'll play the last of my list that has this. I think it's just like a Monkey Dory build. But this is a great card in the Mega Evolution era. The problem is that all the Mega Evolution decks are playing stupid Monkey Dory. So it's like, what are you supposed to do when everyone's playing Monkey Dory? And the answer is you put in a freaking 70 hit point Snorunt and don't keep the 60 hit point one because you're an idiot. Oh, geez. And Legacy Energy is my A spec for those of you wondering. Play Patrat. Yeah, it is kind of sad that this is going to be, what, the second best card in Chaos Rising? Just because it interrupts Monkey Dory? Or, you know, I could have played Battle Cage, but then Battle Cage stops the Uxie. All right, well, there's nothing I can do. So we do just kind of lose the game now. It's real cool. We just kind of lose the game now. You're going to wait an extra year. It's going to be another year before they rotate, unfortunately. But yeah, they gave us Patrat, they gave us Psyduck, they gave us Battle Cage, and it's still probably not going to be enough. And we somehow didn't get the card that we needed. That's fantastic. All right, well, let's go Strike Down. We'll try to put a third energy on the Kingambit if we can. Yeah, we're still stuck in this format for another year, so another 375, 380 days until Dragapult and Monkey Dory are gone. And then it'll be the Mega Evolution era begins. Then we're stuck in Mega Evolution world for 2.5, 3 years. Year of the Dragon. Well, it was already the Year of the Dragon. Year of Dragon D's nuts, am I right? It already was the Year of the Dragon. We're just more Year of the Dragoning. Oh, they win. Okay, so yeah, I'll just concede because they don't know that they have it. And Mega Slowbro will save us from Dragapult. I mean, Slowbro's good. Don't get me wrong. It's better than like the 90% of gym promos they've given us, but we don't know when it's coming out. Right? It might not come out until the end of the year. All right, so let's do the Kingambit. I'll play one with the Ampharos since I know everyone's like, wait, Ampharos? What the hell's that Ampharos build? Pilot? I thought you wanted me to do a full stream with Sprigatito. Now you're telling me to interrupt a stream halfway through for Sprigatito? Oh, and if you needed a reason to play Pokopia, here you go. Here's the best character. I think I did. Well, I switched decks, so maybe in this one I remember to put the 70 hit point ones. Yeah, that's, you know, Volbeat's my kind of freaky. Volbeat is my kind of freaky, baby. So the thing is that Volbeat rubs butts. So Volbeat likes to rub butts. So that's what the thing is there, is that it rubs butts. So Volbeat and Illumise is they like to rub butts together because they're freaky like that. And Jagbomb, that's a pretty good one. Clamburglar wishes he could come up with something that clever. So yeah, the whole thing is that they rub butts together. I hope not. All right, so they're also they're playing a spread deck. Oh, I guess I should get that out of the way. They're playing a spread deck, but I am also playing a spread deck. And they're playing a sleep paralysis. So they're playing a sleep paralysis spread deck. Wow, they're just going all in. And I'll let you know, I didn't know this Glastrier existed. I didn't know this Glastrier existed when I previewed that Keldeo coming in Chaos Rising. I still think Keldeo's better, because it can move energy around and, you know, it's just good. But I'll admit that I didn't know the Glastrier existed. That's my bad. I'm so sorry. I didn't know the Glastrier. Yeah, this is the cheap Keldeo copy. All right, so we'll do that. I guess I Lilies. And the whole important thing is that we just make sure we have a bunch of Monkey Dory. That's it. As long as I have a bunch of Monkey Dory, we will win the game. So we'll go and get a Snorunt. We'll go and get a Gorilla. So if you haven't checked out the preview video for Chaos Rising, you might want to do that. But Ice Shot is 2020. Keldeo's first attack is called Penetrate, and that's 2020. But its second attack is 2 water, 70, pass an energy back to the bench. I hope so. And pass it back to the bench. So that's better than Glastrier doing 130 for 3. Simply because, you know, you would put the Keldeo inside Mega Greninja, you'd put the Keldeo inside Starmie, you'd put it in Froslass, so it can pass an energy back to one of your Megas, which is really strong, because, you know, Starmie and Froslass require 1 energy. But do you want to know something absolutely insane? I was looking at the lineup of new decks. So not old decks, like old decks with new cards, but new decks. And Prismatic Suicune, I know, right? But I was looking at new decks. Doublade is the second best new deck in the set. That is insane to say out loud. And I will be relaying that same message in the video that I post, that it is absolutely diabolical that the second best deck is arguably Doublade. All right, so the biggest threats are going to be, I don't even know if the Snom is a threat, right? Like, who's the threat here? I guess Suicune? There's not really a threat. I'm trying to figure out, like, what's the threat? They're playing a spread deck, and I have triple Monkey Dory, so I'm not sure what the threats are. I guess they're Snorunt? Yeah, the Snorunt are the threats. And Zeus, I got a tip for you right here. And I'm glad to hear it. So, yeah, Doublade isn't seeing success, but it is the second best one. So, number 1 is Mega Starmie. Number 2 is Doublade. Oh, wait, they're playing the Frostmoth that draws cards? I thought this was going to be the spread one. Okay, yeah, we definitely have to knock out those... No, this is a Mega Froslass deck. This is a Mega Froslass deck. Okay, but Zeus, I'll get to you in 1 second. Doublade is the second best deck. No, because if I'm not careful, I would get hit with too much damage. So I kind of need to go for at least one of the Snorunt, but they're playing Mega Froslass, which changes everything. But okay, Doublade is number 2 because it's Mega Clefable. Doublade beats Clefable because that's weak to metal. Decidueye is not very good. I still think it's good, but I think Doublade is better. And then Mega Zygarde beats Doublade unless they have Shaymin, then it loses. So I think Doublade is the second best deck in the set. New deck. New deck. I honestly think that is true. That is the second best new deck in the set. And that is just pathetic to say out loud. All right, so we'll heal the active. And yeah, we'll just put a little bit on everybody. Yeah, 60 times every person in the line that you have. So yeah, we'll just prep that for that and end turn. So it's 60 damage times the number of Hone Edge, Doublade, or Aegislash you reveal from your hand. But it takes 2 colorless, which is a bit awkward. But it's still the second best new deck in the set, which is, yeah. You know, Clefable, I think Clefable is better than people are giving it credit for. I think Decidueye is better than people are giving it credit for. But it doesn't mean they're good. All right, so they don't know I'm playing a Kingambit deck, so that was kind of the whole point, is that, you know, you play Monkey Dory and you make them suck their own butt. And they also have this Weavile that would have been trapped if not for Surfing Beach. Okay, so they go for the Maractus. I don't have a Baby Boy in play. So I guess I just confuse the Mega Froslass with this Monkey Dory. And if you're going to your first pre-release, my advice is to remember that it's 40 card decks. There's no limits. So if you pull 6 of something, you can put 6 of something in your deck. But yeah, we definitely just, I think, do this and just Iono. Yeah, it's 60 times, and then Genesect DX gets 2 of them, so Genesect DX just makes the deck so much better. Well, not this one. Genesect DX just makes the deck so much better. Well, not actually this one, though. All right, so we will, I guess, knock out the Snorunt. Well, you can't play 6 Budews because it's not in the set, but yeah, I get what you're, I based what you're, I get what you're selling. I get what you're selling. All right, and we don't need to worry about the Frostmoth because that'll get knocked out later. So we'll just, we'll focus on the Suicune, which I can't apparently do anything to. Just click the place was a mistake. Yeah, take pictures of your opponent's feet. Don't, even if it's a bunch of kids. Actually, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, I wish there was something like a reversal energy that when you're behind on prizes, basic, no, do not take pictures of your opponent's feet, okay? No, I wish there was a card that if you were behind on prizes, then single prizers could get 3 of any type of energy, but apparently that'll just never happen. Because we know for a fact that nothing's coming in Perfect Order, nothing's coming in Chaos Rising. We have, like, no good trainers coming in either of those 2 sets except, like, Book of Transformation. And obviously special red card, but, like, no good, like, early game stuff that'll save us. You know, we get Emma. Oh, yeah, Emma, look at your opponent's hand and draw 1 card for each Pokemon in there. That's going to change the meta entirely. And Zenith, we had Ditto from Pokemon Go. That did that. But yeah, I don't expect too much of a shakeup. I'm hoping that Beedrill EX cracks the top 10 in Japan when Chaos Rising comes out. So I'll have a very early preview video on, I think, the 18th. That's when I'll have my Chaos Rising best decks early preview suck my butt. Yeah, exactly for Wet Lights, exactly. Well, a Ditto doesn't exist now, but it did in our okay. Zeus, yeah. I flew here and my pilot told me. Twitch chat is worse than pilot. I know, the YouTube, you should tell everyone that you know to subscribe to me on YouTube and watch YouTube. And subscribe to the VODs channel because, you know, now you can watch Trust Your Pilot streams without seeing ads. Is on YouTube. Isn't that cool? Yeah, just you look at the makeup of PDCGL, there's just no good place to put the chat. Like, I could put the chat here, and, like, I could put, oh, geez, I don't know what I just did. But, like, I could put it here, but that just seems weird having it in the middle. Like, I think the bottom left, just for aesthetics, is better. So it's just, it's tough to say, but that's what I would pick. Okay, so let's go. Yeah, I'll put the metal on you. We'll go Lilies. Put chat in the like you're gonna. I'm gonna say like, oh, you want it in the middle, and then you say like, no, I want it in the middle of the screen. We've had this before. We've done this before. We've had this whole thing happen before. All right, so we will knock out the Frostmoth very, very soon because I'm cool like that. And then that'll get knocked out. So I will hit into the Glastrier. And Zonzo, don't spoil it. No spoilers. Okay, so we definitely want to just go for the, I guess, the Glastrier. Just set that up for a knockout. Because all I've got is a Maractus in there. And do you prefer it? I mean, I guess we could have a poll. But I like it so it's like it's not, you know, because you could say something despicable. Make 12 tiny chat. No, that's too much work. Yeah, well, they tried to give us Battle Cage, but then they forgot that Dragapult can just play stadiums. We're going to give you Battle Cage, but wait, can't Dragapult just play stadiums? Why, yes, it can. You know, I can put it there, but it's just, it's so tough to decide. And bro, welcome in. Because all I do is put it in the top right. But the top right is like, you can't see the timer, right? You can't, when I complain about them taking too long, you can't see it. And that's the whole point of watching a Trust Your Pilot stream, is to listen to me complain. Oh, I don't know if I can take this knockout. I don't know if I have any thingy things left. I might not have any energy left. But I'll put the Pawniard into play. I will, I guess, just Lilies. All right, well, oh, we did get a Luminous. I have one left. And then we just, I think that's game. Yeah, because we knocked out the Frostmoth between turns. So I will strike it down. See, all it took was facing another spread deck. And we win the game. But I'm really excited for the Kyogre deck that I built, because I've been trying. And Dr. PAL, what do you mean nothing interesting going on there? How else will we see the Miimote? And Zonzo, yeah, I tried to avoid spoilers, but they literally spoiled their own game by giving us the final boss. And you actually think it should be in the middle? All right, well, let's test it out. We'll test it out for this stream. Palossand, oh God. No, I know you want it in like the middle, but that's not gonna happen, okay? You know, I'm in charge here. Just because I'm not posting gameplay videos for a little bit, you know, I'm going to leave it slightly off center to really trigger you. But just because I'm not, you're in the active now. Just because I'm not uploading gameplay videos probably for the rest of the month doesn't mean you can have free reign. Because my stream schedule is going to be a little weird because I have to, you know, I have to be a little focused on the new videos, because there's like 7,000, there's 6 or 7 videos I have to make. Well, that's because you gave me money. I'll do anything for money. We never let me down. We've established this. We've established that I will do anything for money. Yes, I can be very easily bribed. I'm literally facing a Dragapult deck in the 1300s. Dragapult in the 1300s. No, I do not. And Div, thank you. Oh man, that's a great Miltank. I've told you, 1,000 subs. I'll set up a foot cam. I'll do whatever you want, baby. All right, well, we definitely go and get a monkey, right? I'm assuming I put a monkey in the deck. I did not put monkeys in the deck because I don't know what the hell I'm playing. Why the hell do I have Risky Ruins in here? What was Past Pilot thinking? So I clearly forgot what I was playing. I should definitely move that. All right, so I'm gonna go Metal. So this was just a deck that I had saved on my in my Limitless. I just had it saved in Limitless, and I was like, hey, I'll just chuck it in there. We'll do one game just to... But why the hell did I put Precious Trolley in here? I have no clue why Precious Trolley is in this deck. Like, I have Precious Trolley, I have all the wrong things. So the whole thing is that when they evolve, you put 4 damage counters on the Pokemon. And Oreo, could the Turtonator can't work with Kangaskhan Stall because the Turtonator has to be in the active. Yeah, if your balls are Richie, that's because, oh, I'm getting out of here. This is gonna end so terribly. We've already lost. Okay, we're getting out of here. All right, you know what? The Kingambit was a mistake. Let's play a really wacky deck that I cooked up. So I have been trying for a long time to make Kyogre work on its own. Yeah, Turtonator has to be in the active, I'm sorry to say. But I've been trying to make the Kyogre work on its own, because most people are just like, oh, I'll put it in Obama Snow as a helper. But like, what if you put it... It does not feature Skeledirge. That would make a lot of sense. Actually, that makes a ton of sense. Why didn't I think of that? Damn it! You're gonna make me... Okay, I'll build that afterwards. We'll do a collaborative effort to build that afterwards. So don't let me forget. We'll do a Skeledirge Kyogre deck. All right, well, actually, you want to go up with the Morpeko first, because this is going terribly. My bit rate's in the toilet, by the way. All right, so Skeledirge, yeah, because Skeledirge is rotating. So yeah, maybe I'll do like a Kyogre stream or something. And Nurs, damn straight. Well, we can move. I can move the chat. You know, my hand's looking a little scarce there. I haven't dropped any frames yet. Cross your toes. Oh, what a great starting hand. What a fantastic starting hand. It gets even better. All right, come on, Morpeko. I believe in you, buddy. Well, I can't actually discard that, so let's go end turn. We're gonna need the Varoom. So if you don't know, Riptide, like ripping your pants, 20 times the number of water energy in your discard pile. So yeah, I guess Skeledirge does make... Wait, doesn't... No, it's water energy, so Skeledirge only discards fire, right? Right? Skeledirge doesn't work. Skeledirge. Yeah, it's a fire. I knew I wasn't stupid. Well, we know Varoom's on the top, but yeah, I agree. And Oreo, thank you. But no, because remember, I can do post-rotation decks. So, oh, I don't know why the chat is like clipping there. So I'll move it back over. But I can, oh God. I can't one-shot the Kangaskhan. I'm gonna have to two-shot the Kangaskhan, but they probably have like Wally's Compassion or Penny or something. Yeah, I play a deck that can do 440. Actually, no, I can do 440. No, I can't because I'm going to have one in play. So I can do 440, but I have to have one in play. All right, well, let's, I guess I just leave the energy in hand. Yeah, so thank you for the ideas, but I'm going to look through every single deck. I'm going to do like the good stuff. I'm going to do new decks. I'm going to go through like, I'll play Dragapult. I'll play all the decks. I'll play all the good decks. You know, we'll just get them out of the way because there's not a whole lot changing with Chaos Rising. Like, yeah, Patrat makes games more winnable for wacky decks, but like Chaos Rising, we know it's not going to change a whole lot. Like, there's Beedrill, there's Book to Transformation, but these are not as crazy as losing 1,000 cards. And remember, Huntail Gorobus puts the energy back in your hand after it's knocked out, so that actually wouldn't be very good, because Kyogre needs it in the discard pile. So Kyogre's 20 times the basic energy in your discard pile. Oh, and you're probably thinking, oh, Poilet, why don't you play supporters in this deck? Zeus just play Wood Trio. Well, I think I play 11 draw supporters. I play, I think 10, 4 Research, 3 Carmine, 3 Amaris. Okay, that's fine. I'll take that. I don't think I can knock out the Ogerpon, but we can get slightly close. Oh, I'm so close. I'm one step closer to edging myself. All right, so here we go. We want to attach, because this will let us draw one more card. And then, of course, we get stupid freaking buttholes in our mouth. All right, well, I think I Riptide. Right? Because I'm pretty... Nah, what if we get all Ultra Balls and energy or something? Well, we might be able to get somewhat close. Damn it. You always get the... Look at how close we were. Look at how close we were to taking a knockout. So I was just trying to find ways. You know, how can I make Kyogre work? There's the Pick and Stick Morpeko that discards the top card of your deck, which is really good late. You know, there's Cycling Road, which is rotating. You know, there's Revavroom, which is also rotating. But I think that's another issue with having the chat in the center there, is that when I hover over a card, it blocks it. Remember, there's a delay. You'll have to remind me. How are you insulting me today? How am I being insulted by you right now? Do we have single prize consistency? Yeah, so I think that's why I have to move it, is because, yeah, oh, okay. I can't remember what it was. I'm just assuming you were insulting me. And now they have a Monkey Dory, but they can't do anything. Okay, we're in a great spot as long as they don't top deck a draw supporter. All right, so we go Professor's Research first. There's the Pick and Flick Morpeko. I think we Morpeko because there's a really good chance this is a water energy, right? Thank you. Also, glitch. Also glitch. Son of a glitch. All right, so let's go and get nothing. And then just Revavroom. Okay, there's an Amaris for next turn. So the question is, do I want to knock out anybody on the bench? Do I want to knock out the Monkey Dory just to get it off the field? And I think the answer is no. Yes, or second A-Spec. I think the answer is no. I think I just want a Rumbling Engine. And yeah, there's an Air Balloon. That's fine. So I can do 120. The question is, can I do more than 120 next turn? But I can take the knockout on the Monkey Dory this turn. Yeah, thankfully it shows you the discard. So I can't knock out the Bouffalant this turn, which is mighty disappointing. But let's knock out the Monkey just to, you know, at least get it off the field. And Zenith, no, I cannot one-shot the Kangaskhan, unfortunately. The Kangaskhan cannot be one-shot because it has essentially 440 hit points. Then, of course, we get double Amaris. I can do 420, but I think there's 22 energy in the deck, but one has to be in play, which is the problem. So that is the issue, is that, you know, I can do 440. But yeah, they're just going to have to do the things. I don't play Iono. I think I just play like 1 or 2 counter catcher. Can't remember what the A spec is. It's probably Prime Catcher. Pokemon Center lady. All right. I see what's happening today. I see what's happening. And then they have Jumbo Ice Cream too, of course. Yeah, Newt. Well, it has Cycling Road, but yeah, the Prism Tower is going to be better. So I think Prism Tower really helps Kyogre. Yeah, just tell them to start streaming on YouTube. That'll drop their frames real quick. That'll drop their frames like their pants. All right, well, let's see if we can get rid of an energy. So we know they have everything they need. Of course the top card is a freaking Poké Pad. Of course. And then the next two were energy. And then all the rest were energy. All right, well, let's give them a Varoom, I guess. I will attach to the Varoom. And then end turn. And then watch what happens. We get rid of our entire hand. My plan worked perfectly. So if you're wondering what the hell just happened? That was a Maris. You draw 4, and then if you have 5 or more cards, you discard your hand. So it's really good in this deck if it works, but I'm of course playing a deck that has 440 hit points and infinite healing. But what decks do you want to see tomorrow? I was thinking of tomorrow being like a 151 stream where I play Marowak and I play Dodrio. And Oreo, well, it has Research. So I think Research is better because Research gets, 7 more cards. And Seto, thank you. You're awesome as always. Yeah, 31 months. Your balls are heavy. Wait, are those heavy balls? Those are heavy balls. Your balls are very heavy. What's it like walking around with those things? You must need a wheelbarrow for those heavy balls, Seto. And yes, I know it's Cedo, but I can't get Yu-Gi-Oh out of my head. Okay? I'm a degenerate. Or do you pretend like you're on that episode of South Park and use them like a bouncy ball? Do you pretend you're Cinderace VMAX and you... Oh, we somehow didn't get a freaking energy off the top. All right, let's pick and stick. Let's get rid of that stupid... Okay, now I can take the knockout if I get all of my energy in the discard pile. Wait, this could actually work. I might actually be able to take the knockout here. Hang on. I might actually be able to do the thing. It's very unlikely, but it is technically possible. Okay, hang on. Things are happening here. Oh, wait, hang on. I have Brilliant Blender as my ace spec. That is unexpected. Look at that. I'm 1 away. I'm literally 1 away. Are you freaking kidding me, PDCGL? I'm 1 away. Because I could Ultra Ball 2. I'm 1 away from knocking out the stupid Kangaskhan. I almost did the impossible with my Kyogre deck because I'm actually a freaking genius. Toilet. I could have Ultra Balled before Vroom, but I would have needed, I was hoping for Brilliant Blender. And of course, the bottom, 5 cards in my deck, there's Brilliant Blender in there. So I was thinking I was going to get Brilliant Blender and not all of my energy. And Oreo, that's the thing. I don't know if it's worth playing Venomoth. I might do it, but yeah, so I'm planning on it being Marowak and Dodrio, and then Marowak, Dodrio, and then yeah, maybe Venomoth or something. That seems fine. 151 stream. As long as they don't heal all of the things. Can't wiggle your toes. Oh my god, they're doing and Pokemon Center lady, which I don't think they've used yet. Oh, they played Crispin. Okay, so I can win. I can do the thing. And Seto, if you didn't know, I'm streaming on YouTube now if you want to sub to the VODs channel, if you want to You want to sub to the old VODs channel. Yeah, D Vixen. I was thinking I was going to get the Brilliant Blender, and that's why I didn't do it. But then PDCGL decided to bend me over and not even buy me dinner first. And decided to screw me. And there's JCedo TCG over on YouTube. A YouTube short legend. If you haven't watched any Cedo's YouTube shorts, go for it. You know, if you want to see Seto without shorts, go on YouTube. Well, I think last turn was my best chance to win, because I do have Brilliant Blender. But I don't know if that's going to be enough. So we have to put the Kyogre down. Obviously, I have to Air Balloon. That's a pretty good one. Yeah, Despacito. That's a pretty good. I like that. I like that. That's a good one. Okay, so is there any shot we got here? I don't think there is. Because I have to play. I don't think I can discard my hand. I think I'm all out of supporters. Yeah, I think I'm pretty. I might have a Carmine in the deck. Oh, we have a Carmine. Okay, we have a Carmine and a Blender, but that's not going to be enough. So this can't be Carmine yet, I don't think, right? This can't be Carmine yet, and it's Carmine. This can't be Carmine yet, and it's Carmine. All right, so we attach an energy, and then we go Rumbling Engine. Get more. Is this going to be enough? I don't think so. But if we get the Brilliant Blender, we'll be close. We got it. Okay, wait, is this? There's no way. There's no way. A Panther, exactly. 240. Damn it. I have to waste the Blender this turn just to knock out the stupid Kangaskhan. And then I have to knock out another Kangaskhan, which I can't do. So if we weren't playing literally the worst matchup, we would have won this game. And if we didn't prize everything we needed, we're running it back with this deck. Oh, and Seto, sorry, I only have OBS open and I don't have channel point rewards showing, but I am wearing pants. I'm sorry to say that we were expecting snow today. You know, I saw like 1 or 2 snowflakes out there. It was so bad. You know, they were complaining about daylight savings being permanent now. I get it, because snowflakes is a metaphor or a joke term. So this is interesting. I'm pretty sure they have a boss's orders, but I could send up the Fez. I could send up the Fezandipiti and just be like, hey, there's a chance that they don't have it like that. And I think Volcarona, yeah, we talked about that during the expanded stream, but I think Volcarona's also really good. So I think what I do is, yeah, we just put up the Fez. And then if they flip tails, I have a chance. Right? That's all we need is just if they flip tails, I can make the thingy thing happen. So let's retreat into the Fez. And I think I have to Amaris, right? I have to Amaris to draw 4. That'll get rid of the hand, and then we just end turn. But I needed to have the research still in the deck, but of course, we got the research off the prizes, and it was screwed. Yeah, you don't want to make them scared. And they flipped heads. Oh, they flipped multiple heads. Well, we're running it back. I feel like I'm onto something here. But yeah, Seto, I know over in Ontario, you've just been basically living in a winter wonderland for the past couple months. Like 3 months or so. But over here in BC, yeah, we didn't get any snow this year. Kind of crazy. 0 snow. We didn't get winter. Today was like our best chance to get winter, and it just did not happen. And how many people are watching over on YouTube right now? Because I don't have it open because I wanted to reduce the load. So, you know, I like blowing my load, but I also wanted to reduce the load. So can I view in live control room? What are we doing? And Oreo, thank you, 24 people watching. That's pretty good. You know, for something I haven't really promoted, that's pretty good. And never gonna let me down. Yeah, I'm sure there's some overlap. Oh God, we're doing terrible. We're doing so bad. We're gonna get to the 1200s. Well, we got a Fez start in a deck with 11 supporters. Yeah. Where are the Earthen Vessel? You don't play Earthen Vessel because you want to have other discard cards, because you play 22 energy, so you're not expecting life to hate you this badly. Well, you know, you build a deck as well as you can, and PDCGL still says, nah, bro. Good news is, if they have a Sparkling Crystal in their hand, they can't take a knockout. But we're gonna lose next turn. Yeah, we're definitely losing next turn. And Asha Butterfield, thank you. Hey, we got a Kyogre. Awesome. Okay, so I have to sacrifice the Kyogre. I mean, there was something to be said for just putting the air balloon on the Fez and then attaching to it to have 2 energy on it to eventually snipe. But I'm thinking about playing the game, and them knocking out the Kyogre is really good, and they can't attack, and we also hit them for weakness. Maybe run Chen Pao. The problem with Chen Pao is that I'd have to cut the surfing. Ooh, hello. Okay, do not screw me over and give me all Revavroom. I just told you don't do that. I just told you. I literally just said don't do that. Yeah, but I think we win, actually, which is kind of funny. I think I just won. I haven't checked the math here, but I think that's game. It's not. Yeah, it's game. I just won. Get wrecked. Get absolutely wrecked. I'm the best Kyogre player in the world. Cheddar cheese, more like. No, thanks, please. Thank you, next. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm sorry. Cheddar cheese, more like grip and squeeze, am I right? There we go. I fixed it. And for those of you who weren't here at the start of the stream, I did unlist, so it's still viewable if you've seen it and stuff, but I did unlist the new rant video because I thought about it some more and I kind of realized, yes, it's stupid and it's misleading and you can squawk your billy on turn 3 and it's really bad. But I will give them the benefit of the doubt, right? I will give them the benefit of the doubt that it was just meant for the Lucario deck, even though that makes no sense based on what it is. I decided I'll give the dev the benefit of the doubt. It wasn't worthy of that much of a rant video, so I took it down. But I didn't delete it, so you can still watch it if you want. It just, you know, I think it's pretty big of me, and that I think everyone here should sub. I think it's big of me that I'm willing to admit my mistakes. I'm willing to admit my mistakes and say that I was wrong. So I think everyone should sub because I'm such a big boy. And, well, yeah, ignoring the fact that it's a horrible, horrible, everything, no good, bad day. All right, we can win this one as long as they don't play Mega Venusaur. As long as they don't play the Megazord. Please tell me the top card of the deck is a water energy. That would be hilarious if I can just win. You can... Actually, that's fine. Actually, you know what? That's actually fine. So I'm knocking out a Chikorita next turn. Yeah, no Lucario deck play Squawk. Salvatore is not really a good idea because but the thing is that they didn't mention Meowth or Tarragon or anything to do with post-rotation. So that's another major issue, is that they didn't tell you basic things that, you know, should be there. This will be a Revavroom. Oh, it's an energy. Awesome. Okay, so let's go. I unfortunately can only knock out the Chikorita if I do the thing. Yeah, we have to Carmine. We'll get an energy, so I'm not worried about that. That is unfortunate. All right, well, let's take the KO. Yeah, I think I have ideas for Vileplume deck. Oh yeah, I do have a Parasect deck. Or I had an idea for a Parasect deck. So yeah, I'll write that down. So press 1 if anybody in chat, I'll put it on screen in a second. I just have to download it. Does anyone know? Press 1. Do you know what Parasect from 151 does? I'll give you a hint. It's a coin flip. I'll give you a hint. It is a coin flip and it is terrible. So you know that's my kind of card. They're playing Judge. And also, yeah, you can't use Judge in the trainer trial or anything. So, yes, I could very much have a rant. If I left that video up, it's totally acceptable if I left that video up, because they did a horrible job with that. But in the interest of fairness, you know, I do want to be slightly fair to them. It's not as bad as it could have been. So, yeah, you just play stage 2 grass types, and there you go. Yeah, so you just flip 2 coins, play just Paras and Parasect. Crypto, no, it gets stage 2s for free. Isn't that cool? It just gets stage 2s for free. Countercatcher, but I'm winning. Countercatcher, but I'm winning the game. Okay, so we want to... So if I know I'm getting Countercatcher off the top... Well, this is my apology, right? This is my apology. This is me apologizing to the dev. Well, I mean, not really apologize. I mean, they did a terrible job. But I guess it's technically me apologizing. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me with that double research, PD? Fine, I'll play research. Fine. I see how it is. All right, well, I don't really want to hit into the Reggie. So yeah, just any stage 2 grass types that I can think of, or I guess stage 1 as well, but probably just stage 2. So, you know, I could play Hydrapple EX doesn't make sense. Yeah, no ukulele, not good enough. Gotta have that ukulele. Hey, I just beat Venusaur. Where's Clamburglar now? Yeah, Clamburglar, where are you? Where are you at, Clamburglar? I just beat Venusaur with Kyogre. And I know I was kind of bullish about potentially reaching level 400 before rotation. That's probably unlikely. There's probably only like 5 streams, and I level up like 1.5 levels per stream if I'm playing bad decks, and like 2 if I'm playing good decks, so it'll be 1.5. So we'll probably get to like level 399 before rotation, and then I'll forget during testing for perfect order, and then I'll, you know, do the thing. Reach it today. Yeah, the rewards are 0. That's how great they are. Unless you're a chicken. Bagok. All right, great starting hand. Great starting hand. But yeah, I thought about it some more, and I was like, you know what? I can see where they were coming from. I'm not saying, oh, it's a stupid Honchkrow deck, so actually, I might win this one. Hang on. I actually have a decent chance of winning this game. There's 22. So if I'm going... Yeah, I'm going second, so I knock out their active. And then I just have to keep... Are you kidding me? This Team Rocket deck? Oh, this is great. They're playing this. And unfortunately, this is one of the cards that gets caught in the crosshairs. So this, unfortunately, gets ruined by Patrat. So this is what I was talking about, in that there's some cards that just get completely ruined by Patrat existing. So Patrat says Pokemon can't move damage counters to other Pokemon. That's exactly what Rocket Mirror is it moves damage counters. So I really wish they just said Patrat was, you know, with abilities. Right? If it was abilities, that would be great. All right, we got more Pecto. That's really good. So I don't need to actually do anything. I can just go Kyogre, play with my balls, go and get a... Actually, this is my first turn, right? But I think we still just go for the Varoom. And then go for Varoom. I'll discard an energy if it's there. Oh, actually, I probably should get rid of the counter catcher, but too late. So yeah, it's the Cofagrigus from White Flare. It's the Wobbuffet from Destined Rivals. That they just happen to get screwed over by the Patrat existing. And with Cradilly, oh right, I had a Maris. Oh no, I forgot about a Maris. I was too busy talking about Wobbuffet and stuff. I was not paying attention. That's my bad. Hey, they gave me 3. Wait, why'd I get 3 cards? Oh, they archered me. They archered me. All right. Well, that's fine. And turn 1. No, I'll just play Force of Vitality. Yeah, I guess the Cradilly would be really good because you can waste a couple turns and then just have 4 Cradilly. And then they hit the stupid Carmine. They, out of everything they could have hit, they hit the Carmine. And then we still top deck the counter catcher? That makes no sense. Okay, I don't want to discard that. All right, well, let's, sure, let's Riptide. So yeah, we'll put that Patrat over there. But I don't like the fact that it's a blanket term. And Parasect plus Cradilly. There we go. So it'll be a 151 stream. Yeah, the Dedenne rotates, doesn't it? Or does the Dedenne rotate? I can't remember. I'm too old to remember. But I don't like the fact that it doesn't specify attacks or abilities. Why do all these psychics have the same attack? Because the developers of the game don't get paid to keep up the competitive side of things. They get paid to make pretty art. And if you're a TCG Pocket dev, you get paid to press Control-C, Control-V. All right, well, Morpeko, you're getting knocked out, buddy. Sorry. Okay, we got a Varoom. Let's go Cycling Rogue. Can this please be like an Amaris or something? Of course not. Yes, let's discard that. And then end turn, and I probably lose this game. Because chat was distracting me. We're going to play one more game. I believe in this deck so hard. And I think I'll just leave the live. So I won't upload the VOD. I'll just leave the live on the VOD's channel. Because it'll still show up if you're subscribed in your sub feed, which is good. You mean Galarian Runerigus? It's just Cofagrigus from Black Bull or Black Bull and White Flare. But I would be ever so happy if the VOD's channel made it to 1,000 subs right before rotation in perfect order. That'd be great. But just, yeah, I think I'll probably end up doing another break in the summertime, because I know that I'm going to do a summer vacation, which will probably last like 2 or 3 weeks. And based on how things are looking, it's going to be a pretty scarce summer. Like, that is a very scary image if you were hoping for Dragapult to not be #1. Like, you'll have to play Psyduck and Patrat and Shaymin and Battle Cage and Rabska and Fezandipiti and Meowth in your deck, and then you'll, as you play all those, you're like, wait, where's the room for my actual deck? Transceiver to Petrol to Transceiver? They're big braining us. They are big braining us. Okay, well, that's a fine top deck, I guess. That's not a fine top deck. Okay, we're just, we're out of this one. I'll concede because we're not going to get anything. Yeah, it is. It is rough. Right? Because that is Japan's schedule. So we're about 2 months behind Japan. So you would have to assume that we're going to get a set at the end of August or the end of September. And then we're sort of waiting for the Celebrations collection. Because remember, they said in the Pokemon Day Presents thing that the Celebration collection will be day and date worldwide. So whenever it launches in Japan is when it launches here. But there's going to be a set, like there's always a set in November. They could bump it to August, because if they only do 5 sets this year, or I guess it'd be 6 with the Celebration collection, but it's going to be a weird year for the game, right? The releases, the sets are going to be small. The Dragapult is still going to be the best deck. This is a pretty damn good start. Oh, I'm facing the same opponent, by the way. But we're off to a much better start now. I love that they added a sound effect for when you click on your opponent's deck. If you're wondering what that annoying noise is, that's just my voice. That's the sound that the game makes when you click on your opponent's deck. And of course, we prize the one card I actually wanted. We literally prized the one card I wanted. We prized the Squawkabilly. I was like, oh, I'll just go get Squawkabilly. Everything will be great. Prized. Which one do you think is the Squawkabilly? First to push a number, 1 through 6. What's the Squawkabilly? What's the Squawkabilly? First to type a number, 1 through 6. I'm not BMing my opponent. I'm just trying to let chat decide. All right, if you're wrong, you're banned. Okay, well, actually, that's better. Never mind. Never mind. That's actually better, Zeus. You're unbanned. Mods don't ban Zeus. And Ample Sample and Ouija, I'm sorry, but you were too slow. You gotta have faster fingers. Oreo, I think I actually made that mistake in a video. I mean, you could be an idiot, right? You know, I never say that people can't be idiots. But it has to be regular Nidoqueen. It has to be the regular one. It has to be regular one. I think it's the opposite. I think the Nidoqueen, the Team Rocket's Nidoqueen works with the Nidoking or whatever. I can't remember. So I think in this situation, I just put Revavroom down, Fez down, and then we win the game. And I doubt they have 2 Wobbuffet. But I'm still trying to, you know, work on some videos. So I know I'm streaming tomorrow. I think even if they announce the full set list, like if there's a YouTube opening tonight, I think I'll still stream tomorrow. It's just, I might not stream on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But I'll probably stream one of those days. Probably Thursday or Saturday. But it's just, yeah, probably 3 streams this week, probably 3 streams next week, just because there's so many videos to get to. I wasted a day doing that rant video that ended up not being a good idea. You know, there's the Mega Lucario deck that I want to talk about as well. So there's just a lot of things to get through. All right, well, let's put the Pecco down. See what we're getting off the top here. Hey, let's get rid of that, baby. Okay, and then I think we'll just rev a room to see what happens. I don't think I should have rev a room to see what happens. I think that was a mistake, but I am going up by 2 prizes, so I guess it's not the worst thing. All right, there's the blender. I don't think it's worth wasting a blender just to suck my own butt. So yeah, I'll attach to the Fez. And actually, I guess maybe I should have attached to the Kyogre and ABJ. Boy, do you eat a sausage and you're thinking of me? Is that what you do? You eat a sausage and you're thinking of me? Because I'll allow that. All right, well, I think I can knock out the Mewtwo this turn, right? Press 1 if you believe. Press 1 if you believe that I can knock out the Mewtwo this turn. The issue is that we're kind of in a dilly of a pickle right now, because if I don't knock out the Mewtwo, I can't attack because they have the stupid Wob effect. Okay, we're going for the KO. We have Brilliant Blender. I do have to play with my rod right now, which is highly unfortunate. There you go. See, I know my viewers. I know my viewers. All right, Morpeko, please don't fail me. Please let this be a water. Thank you. All right, so let's get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'll have to Super Rod the Kyogre back in. I mean, I'm almost there already, right? I think after this research, we have it. Right? Because I'll probably get a bunch of energy. Oh, no. We did not get a bunch of energy. We got things that aren't great. All right, let's see what our top deck is. Hopefully it's good. All right. I'm in a very precarious position right now. I think I Rumbling Engine, then Fezandipiti, and hope one of them's a Kyogre. There we go. Okay, we got the Kyogre. Okay. I was very scared there for a second because I did not want to have to Fez and then get rid of all my supporters. Because I'm assuming they're going to Archer me. That is my guess here, is they're going to Archer. And I'll keep the Cycling Road a secret. But that's pretty good. I didn't even have to use a supporter and we got there. So it's like, hey, we have Volcarona and Standard. All right, so what were the other options? I think it was 1 and 4 or 1 and 5 were the other 2 guesses. Oh, whoever guessed 1, you were right. Ample Sample, you were right. Squawky Billy was number 1. Well, this is concerning. Hopefully they just attacked me with a Chainling. If they attacked with Chainling, that's perfect. If they don't attack with Chainling, well, I think we're going to have to say goodbye to a Morpeko. They did not attack with Chainling. All right, well, yeah. This is a bit awkward, because remember, we only have access to 5 Kyogre, because I had to waste the Super Rod a little too early. And this is just a super awkward hand. Yeah, then I think we go Cycling Road for the Ultra Ball. And yeah, Ultra Ball, let's go Snack Seek. Hopefully this is a water, thank you. Fez for 3. Get 3 water. Yeah, kind of saw that one coming. Okay, then we go Air Balloon on you. Attach to you. Ultra Ball away the Squawk and the Energy. Go get a Kyogre. And yeah, we'll just Rumbling Engine for 1. Rumbling Engine for 1. Oh, crap. Well, oh, crap. They can't even Archer me next turn. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, no. This is the worst case scenario here. So 16 cards in my deck are energy, and they can't archer me. So this is really bad. We had this game in the bag as long as PDCGL doesn't give us 6 supporters in a row. As long as we don't get Amaris off the top, we win easily. And hey, this is YouTube audience. This is your first time seeing stuff like this happen, isn't it? If only they'd archered me. You had a turn to use Archer and you use Petrol instead. But yeah, this is what my life is like. They're going to go for the Fez probably. Or the Kyogre. And of course, we're down our counter catcher. So it looks like they're going for the Fez. Which is not great. Not great at all. Because it means I have to knock out a Mewtwo this turn. Oh, they're going for Kyogre. Okay, that's fine. If you want to go for the Kyogre, that's actually perfect. So this might buy me enough time because I have... My deck is just Kyogre and Energy at this point. So you 100% go for the Fez in that situation to shorten the game. They did not do that. So this will be an Energy. Yeah, I saw that one coming. Please tell me this is going to be an Energy too. Oh my goodness. No, I actually don't want to discard that, so we have to go Cycling Road. I think I get rid of Amaris and Research. We get rid of one of each. We go for a Kyogre. How our top deck was not an Energy, I have no idea. All right, so let's Snack Seek. Get rid of an Energy. And then Fez for 3. Hopefully it's 3 Energy. No, that is the worst case scenario. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. I have to research everything. All right, so let's retreat. I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to win this game when I don't have anything that I need, but that's what we're going to have to do. Oh, this is much, much worse. Oh, this is terrible. Yeah, right? Watch me stream the game, and then you'll be like, oh, this is why I don't play. All right, well, I'll retire the Kyogre. We'll play Kingdra because the stream is I'm the king of games. I'm the king because I'm playing Kingambit and Kingdra. That was the whole theme of the stream was I'm playing Kingambit and Kingdra. Now you go for the Fez. Are they going for the... Yeah, they're going for the Fez. I think it's top 6. I think it's 6 times 60. I think you can snipe. But it's not discard the Energy. I think it's like at 6, 60 times. And then they definitely just have a Team Rocket's Energy. All right, well, they're still leaving the door open for me, which is kind of crazy. They're still giving me a chance to win, because for some reason they keep forgetting that I have a Fezandipiti in play. Okay, so I have to knock out the Wob this turn, then I have to get 14 energy in the discard pile the following turn, which is almost guaranteed impossible. So let us Cycling Road. Of course. And let's hope that these are all energy, because if I can somehow... Oh, God. Okay, no, actually, that's perfect. That's perfect, because then I can draw into the research. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. That actually works out perfectly. I just assumed I was out. I just assumed I was out of all the things. So yes, let's discard that. I believe that's enough. We have enough, so then I wanna Revavroom first, and then Fez, and then they'll finally drop the Archer on me. How much do you want to bet they just drop the Archer on me finally after all this? All right, then we go Kyogre. Okay, so I can potentially do this. As long as they don't Archer, I win the game. It is that simple. Or I guess if they Giovanni and finally realize the Fez is sitting right there. And yeah, that Perfect Order 26 code will either be live on the 26th or 27th. Depends when they make it go live. And I tried out Chaos Rising 26, but that's not valid, so they don't... And then they win. Ah, man, you know, this is what rotation's all about, right? It's about whacking off in front of people all over the world. You know, tell me what country you're in. And, you know, tell me the longitude and latitude of your country, and I'll try to guess what it is. All right, so we're going to go Kingdra, and there's a Kyogre in here because I needed a backup attacker. I know the list isn't great, but I just want to play a Kingdra deck. Oh, God, we're going to face someone in the 1200s at some point, aren't we? You're from Earth? That's what an alien would say. I tricked you. I found the alien. This is a pretty damn good hand for going second. All right, so they're playing Zoroark. As long as I have Shaymin in the deck, we win. So, of course, I probably don't have Shaymin in the deck, and then they'll get a turn 2 Darmanitan. So as long as I have Shaymin, or as long as they don't get a turn 1 Darumaka. And nobody laughed at my joke about, you know, picking up their droppings like I'm a Darumaka and I'm cold. There we go. The joke is that the Pokédex entry for Darumaka says they used to put Darumaka droppings in their clothes to stay warm. A huge beard guy, that's... Aliens didn't make... Yeah, there you go. Your country is long, so it's the Philippines. All right, well, we're drawing a bunch of cards, which is nice. So let's go Poké Pad. We'll go get the Shaymin, which I don't have, and I couldn't tell you if it's even in the deck. Great. I probably did put the Shaymin in there, but PDCGL had other plans. All right, so let's attach that. I think we'll get rid of the TM Evolution just to draw more cards. All right, that's not good. But huge beard guy, they released the Learning Lab without rewards because they'll maybe do that later. Why complete? Why do all the work before releasing it when you can not do all the work? Right? Why complete something before it's done? Right? That's just stupid. Yeah, but it'll be retroactive. So they did say that if they do add rewards later, it will be retroactive, but they haven't done them yet. So they might do them at some point. It's like Expanded. Hey, we're going to do Expanded this year at some point. Maybe we won't tell you when, but it might be coming, and we might add like 10 cards at a time. And have they ever finished a feature? Well, they gave us coins and then they took them away, and they also gave us Premium Pass and they took that away. Yeah, Mega Revitalizer. They'll probably have to ban that, right? All right, well, there's no Darumaka, which behooves us greatly, and I don't think they're attacking this turn because Zoroark is a trash deck, so that's also great. Zoroark is an absolute trash deck, by the way. All right, so let's go for our fourth Horsey. They removed. I mentioned that in the video that I took down. They removed the premium pass in 2024, but it's still mentioned in the upcoming fixes section, or the issues we're working on section. All right, well, let's hopefully this is a Lillie's, because it'd be kind of crazy if I still didn't have a supporter after all of this. It'd be kind of crazy if I did all of this and still somehow didn't have a supporter when I've seen half of my deck and done all of the things. Oh, they got nothing. They got less than nothing. Oh no, they had to retreat. Oh, I see. They had to retreat off the energy to play with NSPP. And they've had back-to-back Lillie's Determination. So the Cleffa's getting knocked out. And I have to talk deck something good. So if you didn't know, roll Tide, reveal the top 6, discard all the energy. So it's as long as I can get 2, I can knock out the Monkey Dory, or 2 is Zorua KO. And then, you know, I can just link Kingdra, and then maybe the Kyogre can do something. So we'll see. All right, that's fine. They use Shred. They don't. Oh, they didn't use Shred. What'd they use? They use Scratch. They stunted on me and they used Scratch. I gotta give them a thumbs up for that one. They could have used Shred. They used Scratch. All right. Well, I'm pretty sure I put a Fez in the deck. I'm pretty sure I only have 1 Nest Ball in the deck. Look at all these supporters. Look at this. We haven't seen a single one yet. No, Obama can do a lot more. Obama's better. Obama is much better. All right, well, there's another Seadra. We are doing pretty well. We're cooking. Still haven't found a supporter, though. Still have yet to find one of those supporter cards I've heard so much about. All right, well, we're knocking out, I guess, the Zorua. Because they don't... If I just keep targeting Zorua, and then at the very end of the game, I knock out Zoroark with Kyogre, we win. Right? Because they have nobody on their bench to save them. And I told you I put Shaymin in the deck. So not only have I not seen a supporter through 34 cards, I prize Shaymin against Zoroark that probably has a Darmanitan. See, I tell you these things. I'm literally a freaking genius. It's PDCGL that's the problem. Yeah, that Horsey's probably getting knocked out pretty soon. But as long as I have 2 energy in the top whatever of my deck, that Monkey Dory's getting knocked out. All right, press 1 if you think I'm getting a supporter next turn. Press 2 if PDCGL still hates me. And press 3 if they're going to knock out my Fez, and then I'm really not going to see a supporter. And YouTube audience, that's what streamers do to try to bait out, what's the word? Integration? No, it's not. It's the thingy thing. Engagement, that's right. You know, I've done it so many times, you'd think I'd know what it is. But that's what we do to try to masterfully bait engagement, is we just tell you to type numbers, and then it also wakes people up before you go. Yeah, interaction engagement. Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's go Fez. Actually, do I have anything left to go and get? Just the Psyduck? Nah, we'll Fez. All right, here we go. 10 supporters in the deck. And there we go. We got a Lillie's, which is like the worst one to get right now, but that's fine. So in this situation, I think I Poké Pad for the Psyduck. Go Shaymin. I mean, I think I don't have very much energy in the deck, which is the problem. I'm going to Lillies. I'm going to believe in the heart of the cards. Oh, wow, that went amazing. That could not have gone better. That literally could not have been a better Lillies. If I say subscribe, it flashes. So it's like me when I'm trying to get a woman's attention. So that's 180. Unfortunately, we can't knock out the Pecharunt, but we can knock out the Monkey Dory before it screws us over. So yeah, the Monkey Dory slowly would have knocked out the Horsey. So getting rid of the Monkey Dory helped. I know I said I'd go after the Zorua, but I'm on even prizes. I can, you know, I need 4 energy to knock out a Pecharunt, which is doable, like your mom. It's just, you know, it's a little sketchy, right? It's a little extra sketchy, especially if they bosses my Fez this turn. And considering how many cards they're going to see, it's very likely. But, I mean, rotation, man. No more TM Evolution. Academy of Night Stay. No more TM Evolution. That's not a bosses. You know, no more Nest Ball. That's gone too, but at least you can replace this with Petrol, am I right? No more Artazon, so you can't find Monkey Dory. Finding Monkey Dory is going to be so much more difficult. It's going to be a weird time. But, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. This is the updated ranking in Japan. I'll show it after my turn. Where's March? What did I call it? Week 2, top 4. Week 2. There we go. So I'll put it on screen in a memento. Okay. How much damage are we doing? We're not doing enough. That's a problem. Okay, so let's go. Attach that there. Attach that there. And then Budew down. Yeah, sure. Budew down because we don't need it. And then I'll go Seadra, Kingdra. Let's hit him with the Lilies. Maybe I should have used Iono, but ooh, this is really good. This is another really strong turn here. So I think I Fez, right? Because I need to get like another energy recycler or something. Okay, well, that didn't go according to plan. That was an oopsie on my part. I slightly oopsied in my pants. It happens. Don't worry. All right, so let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Academy at Night. I will put that on the top. Legacy Energy. This guy, and then World Tide. 100% Pecharunt's getting knocked out. I was right. Actually, no, the Zoroark's getting knocked out. That's goated. The Zoroark is knocked out. And they don't get to Fez. Apparently, I'm a freaking genius. Okay, well, that's... you'd think we prize 6 supporters with how many supporters I never found this game. And I also have a Revavroom EX deck because I built that Kyogre deck with Revavroom and I was like, hey, what if... Oh, God. What if I built Revavroom EX and just put a bunch of tools in there and also had a couple Rotom? Okay, they're going to go for the Fez. What a shock. What an absolute shock. Okay, there's the Iono, but I do have another turn. But they probably have a bosses. Okay, whoa. Hang on here. Hang on a second. Am I going to have to use Sharp Fin? Am I going to have to use Sharp Fin here? But if I use Sharp Fin and they have a Monkey Dory energy, then they just knock out the Budew, and that's bad. All right, well, Budew, you're going up front. I think, like, I can call for backup and hope they don't have a Gust, or I can just believe in the heart of the cards. I'm not going to ask you to type 1 or 2. I'm just going to... Oh, crap. All right, well, let's just believe in the heart of the cards. If we get, I think, 5 energy, that's game. If we get 5, that's GG's, baby. Hey, there's all the supporters. there's all the supporters. If only I'd had those, like, 5 turns ago, we would have won. And you're playing Annihilate Barbaracle? Well, yeah, just play what? Is it Risky Ruins? Then you're doing 280 every turn, but it is a stage 2 and a stage 1. You have to play with Lunatone Solrock, so it's a little sketchy. But hey, if I'd found 1 supporter before this point, we would have been totally fine. All right, so we'll play one more with Kingdra, Kyogre, because I believe in it, baby. I believe. Yeah, I knew what it was going to be. I knew it was going to be just go for it, bro. I believe in you, bro. Top 4? What's top 4? I'm top 4. Oh, right. Thank you. Yes, thank you. So this is the new tier list in Japan. Here's the new perfect order tier list in Japan. What a great site that is. Isn't that an amazing site? Isn't that a fantastic site? Aren't you excited for rotation in 17 days? Press 1 if you're excited for 2 months of this. Dragapult is literally a quarter of the meta. Oh, man. No, they're not going to do that. They're just going to give us Patrat. Patrat will save the world. All right, well, I have to put the Seahorse in the active. No, you just... Why is everyone complaining? You just have to play 4 Battle Cage, 2 Psyduck, Shaymin, Xerosic, Judge. You have to play Froslass in every deck. Yeah, every Lillie, you have to play 4 Lillies Clefairy, 4 Lillies Pearl in every deck. It'll be so easy. I'm also facing Dragapult, so I've already won this game. Or I'm facing Dragonite. As you can see, Slowking's not even on that list, but Mewtwo is. Luckily, our meta will be slightly different, but it's still concerning. All right, well, let's go Kyogre, Poffin. I think I get, yeah, Horsey Cleffa. And I can definitely be a little overboard here. I can be a little overly optimistic. Okay, so I'm going to leave a bench space for the Shaymin just in case, because there's a really good chance we need a bench spot for the Shaymin in this matchup. So let's go Iono. Yeah, and we need that too. All right, this is a pretty goated hand. Except for the fact that I'm only drawing 1 card off the Clefairy. And then it was a Lillies, which we already had. And I'll show you the top 4 as well. The top 4 is a little bit nicer. Where is it? Wheat 2, top 4. There we go. So it's not the top 4 decks. This is the share of decks that made top 4 in Japanese tournaments. And then they Iono my perfect hand, of course. So Dragapult, even if you just count top 4 finishes, Dragapult is still #1 by far. But yeah, then there's our Balava, Raging Bolt, Alakazam. But what you need to take from this is that Dragapult is going to be everywhere and it's going to be a terrible 2 months, and then maybe Beedrill or something will save us. Because don't forget, Beedrill can come out of nowhere to Beedrill and your mom. Do I have a Beedrill saved on my computer, or do I have to take 5 seconds to download it? I don't have a Beedrill on my computer. Don't worry about it. Well, remember, 280 is a decent enough number. All right, so let's attach to you. And then Arven for, I guess, Nest Ball, TM Evolution. And go play with our balls. Go get the, I guess, we'll just go get the Shaymin. I don't want to put the Fez down. Yeah, 5 seconds to go to the website and download something. Who do you think I am? Who do you think you are? I am. All right, I'll put the Beedrill on screen. You know, I'm lazy, but I'm not that lazy. I was born during the day, but I wasn't born yesterday. And Gardis, thank you. Yes, that's what I was waiting for. That's what I meant. But yeah, don't forget, Dragapult has 320 hit points. You get 3 Beedrill EX in play, you're one-shotting Dragapult, and with Forest of Vitality and Bug Catching set, you're fine. The problem obviously is going to be Budew. So I think probably the Celebi that one-shots Budew for 1 energy makes its way into the deck just so you can, you know, knock out Budew and not expose your toes. So, I mean, this is the main reason why I believe in Beedrill is simply because of Dragapult, but then Dragapult can play the Thick Scale. Because remember, Thick Scale reduces incoming damage from Grass, Fire, Water, Lightning by 50 on Dragons. So then you'll have to play Tool Scrapper. So they'll play Thick Scale to make Beedrill not as good, so then you have to get 4 Beedrill in play. But I just think the speed and the efficiency of Beedrill allows it to compete with most of the good decks out there. Right? It can one-shot Raging Bolt, it can one-shot Dragapult, it can one-shot all the Megas that are meaningful except Lucario, but then you just play like Lilligant or something. So I have confidence. I have confidence in this card, in this deck. I'm going to risk attaching an energy to the Horsey. And then I'm going to go Air Balloon Poké Pad, just because I want to draw more cards. And we'll go Air Balloon on you. I'm not going to risk showing them a Kingdra. I also want to keep my rare candies safe, because I don't need to do anything. Because I have a feeling that tonight's going to be a good night. I also have a feeling that they don't know what Kingdra does. Oreo, it would also be better and expanded because of double colorless and double turbo. So yeah, like, what you can say that for any deck, realistically. Would X deck be better and expanded? Yes, every deck would be better and expanded. Every deck would be better and expanded. Yeah, that's what they're expecting Kingdra EX, which is a heavy hitter that does 50 times the amount of water on it. They're not expecting a sniper who can't knock out Mega Dragonite, but I can knock out everything else. So I can two-shot a Dragonite. They have to use... See, this is why I always said Dragonite is terrible. They have to Reuno-Glide a Cleffa. They have to Reuno-Glide a baby Pokemon, and that is just sad. All right, so should I hassle or Lillie? Should I believe in the heart of the cards, or should I be smart? I feel like I should be smart. But, you know, Clan Burglar's here, so let's do the stupid thing so we can pretend like we're Clan Burglar. And I did the absolute dumbest thing anyone could do. Fantastic. All right, so... I guess I just evolve into this guy. And then I will let the Kyogre get knocked out. We'll do a hot 20. We'll do a hot 20 with Riptide. But then I can Academy at night the energy. But I'm going to have to Lilies, and we're going to have to hope the Lilies is good. Yeah, that was a hot 20. Hooray. And Bandit, thank you for the sub. 7-month streak. Sorry, 2-month streak with 7 months total. You're going streaking, are ya? Oi, mate, you going streaking, mate? Oh, I like it when you go streaking, mate. Oh, it looks real good. I don't like the skid marks, but I like the streaks. That's my For the Win impression. Sockless streak, damn streak. Wait, why'd your name change color? What magic are you performing? Is this some sort of cock magic that you're performing right now? Because there's no chickens allowed on this plane. All right, here we go. All we have to do is force them to beat off 4 kings, and we'll be fine. That's it. And then literally the next card was a freaking Kingdra. Of course it was. Of course the next card was a Kingdra. Why wouldn't it be a Kingdra? That would have made no sense if it wasn't a Kingdra. All right, I'm not going to take the risk. Let's take the risk. No, I don't even know how people give me money on YouTube, because because I'm not monetized, so you can't give me anything. Ooh, 180. That's a terrible number. But also, if I can just knock out their electric, they got nothing. If I just go after their electric every single turn, they got nothing. So when I'm monetized, you can become a YouTube member. I don't know what the benefits are. I think you can use emotes or something. But you got to get me monetized. So I have the watch hours. I've had the watch hours on YouTube forever. But I have to get to 1,000 subs. So that's why I keep asking people to sub, is I have to get to 1,000 subs. I could buy subs. You know, I could probably just go on Fiverr and be like, hey, can you give me a bunch of subs? And then like for $5, I'd get 1,000 subs. And YouTube wouldn't notice because I'm a small streamer. I'm just a little baby boy. Oh, Mr. YouTube, please don't hurt me. Yeah, well, no, because I don't want to get monetized until the divorce is final. Right, when the divorce is final, then I'm willing to be monetized, because then I don't have to split half. You know, gotta keep that whole dime for myself. You know, gotta get that 10 cents. All right, if I could top deck a Kingdra, that would be great. If I could top deck the old Kingdra, the old ball and chain, that'd be great. Feet Cam would get 1 million subs. Hey, I'll give you a Feet Cam if you give me 1 million subs. You give me 1,000 paid subs on Twitch or 1 million subs on YouTube, I'll have a 2 Feet Cam, 1 for each foot. All right, so I do have to start taking knockouts. Actually, I don't have to this turn, but it'd be really PogChamp if I could, as the kids would say. It'd be real PogChamp if I could do that. All right, so let's go. I have to Lillies and then hope we get a Kingdra Energy Recycler. Somehow we did not. Somehow we failed miserably. All right, well, let's go. I guess I Sharp Fin, but they also don't have an attack next turn unless they have energy. But I still think a Sharp Fin makes the most sense just because I can maybe make their life a little bit tougher. And, wait, you want me to play the... Wait, don't all the Golden Go rotate? I think all the Golden Go rotate. Or does that Silver Surfer one not rotate? Oh, there's the All You Can Grab. There's the Strike It Rich. But yeah, the Lavish Hospitality one rotates. All You Can Grab is stupid. Strike It Rich is stupid. So, no, I can't. Yeah, both of the good ones rotate. The last of the real ones. It'd be hilarious if they whiffed if they can't do anything this turn. That'd be amazing. Oh, they got Dragonair, but that's not a Lightning Energy. It'd be so amazing if they did not take the knockout this turn. Because if they don't, then I have a chance to win. Well, the maximum belt doesn't really help, does it? You need a Night Stretcher or a Crispin. Yeah, Electric Generator on the Dragonite. Please just get the same hand. Please don't get bailed out here for playing a bad deck. Yeah, I mentioned in the video that no longer exists. Can I play Regidrago? I don't... Ah, they got the stupid Night Stretcher. I don't think there is a Regidrago post-rotation, is there? Yeah, Electric Generator, Miraidon, and Iron Hands going is just so bad. Okay, well, if I knock out this Electric this turn, then for sure they can't win. I know for a fact they can't win if I knock out this Electric. So that's all I have to do. It is so simple. It is so damn simple, and yet we're still probably not going to get there. All right, so I'm going to Arven and then not play Poké Pad because the deck doesn't have one. I'm going to Super Rod. And I'm going to Super Rod for Seadra Kingdra. And I guess Kyogre, because we can still do a thing if we get lucky. All right. This is going to be a Kingdra. I'm 100% confident. How the hell did we get nothing? How the hell did I get nothing off of that? There's absolutely no way. All right, fine. I'm going to Budew you. Yeah, what do you think about that, bro? So they can use Tail Snap to knock out the Budew, but they have to waste their electric to do it. And then I can Iono them, which is all part of the plan. But my God, I think I put like 3 Poké Pad in the deck, so we prized the Poké Pad. There's 3 Kingdra in the deck. I'm sure we prized 2. Yeah, I think they're gonna try and go for a Tail Snap. If I had to guess, that's what they're prepping for. And PDC GL Dev, yeah, why don't you go sub to the VODs channel? Because you do have to be subscribed for 1 minute to chat on YouTube. Ooh, wait, did I stun lock them? I stun locked them, and we still somehow don't have a Kingdra. I stun locked them, and we still don't have a Kingdra. Okay, this is guaranteed to be a Kingdra. Thank you. Oh wait, that's still not a Kingdra. What the hell? How did I thought that was a King. That was a Seadra. What is happening right now? I Lillied for 6 fresh cards, even though they were repeats, but I Lillies and we still can't get anything? All right, they are here now. They're item locked, so there's a decent chance they can't do anything unless they just go for Tail Snap. Oh, they don't see it. And PDC GL Dev, thank you. That's the one nice thing you've done. I also removed my video, so you're welcome. I realized I was being slightly unfair to you. So I was being slightly unfair to you with that video, so I took it down. You know, when I was jerking off with my knee, I thought it was a great idea, but then I thought about it some more, and it's like, yes, I can understand where the reasoning comes from. And PDC, because I can see how they weren't out of context. It looks horrible. In context, it's just slightly bad. So, because they're just saying for specifically the Lucario deck, specifically for this Lucario deck, these are the changes you want to make. Like, it's still really bad. The fact you can Squawky Billy turn 3 is terrible. The fact that Avatar items are paid. But I will give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'll take it down, because it wasn't legitimate enough, right? It was still worth ranting about, but I think I focused on the wrong thing. You know, it's still mostly valid, but it's just I understood where they were coming from, as dumb as it is, so I just took it down. Right? You can still watch it if you want, if you have the link, but I just took it down. It was just too much headache. You know, just a little slightly unfair, I guess is what I would say. It was slightly unfair to the dev. They don't deserve any leeway, but it was also slightly unfair and slightly wrong. And I don't think my opponent's here, so and oh yeah, especially the PDC GL dev. But I'd like to point out that I'm about to beat Dragonite with Kingdra, so where's all the people who downvoted my or disliked my YouTube video, my YouTube stream about Dragonite? Where's all those people? Where are you at? And oh yeah, the video isn't deleted, it's unlisted. So if you have the link, you can still watch it. It's just off my like subscriber page thing. So it's still on YouTube. You just have to have the link to watch it. Just because the more that I thought about it, I was like, yeah, it's slightly... How have they not timed out? There we go. Okay, now they have. This will be a Kingdra. I'm never going to get a freaking Kingdra, am I? This will be a Kingdra. We got one, baby. We got a Kingdra. That's all I needed. All right, so let's go retreat into the Kingdra. I'm going to, I think, Academy at Night the Energy, and then I'm going to Hydro Splash, right? Then I Hydro Splash. Yeah, so it's not deleted, it's not privated, it is unlisted, so you can still watch it. And yes, we prized a Poké Pad and at least a Kingdra, which would explain why we couldn't find Kingdra. But see, this is what happens. You don't win games with Kingdra, you just force them to not want to play the game anymore. Wait, you got a problem with this guy? What's wrong with this guy? And if you go back and watch my original rant videos from like 3 or 4 years ago, the avatars used to be permanent. So this used to just be always, not the emote wheel, but the avatar used to just be there permanently. So for those of you who are new to the game and haven't played for more than like 6 months or a year, this was just always here. Both avatars were just always there, bigger than this, and just always breathing and blinking and stuff. And they thought that was a good idea. And Oppenheimer, what am I playing? I'm playing Kingdra, and I'm beating... No, it's what am I playing against? What's the trash I'm playing against? It's called Dragonite. And, so yeah. I don't play with SIR cards because I don't play IRL, number one, and then I don't play with SIR cards because it affects the importing. So that's the main thing, is I don't want to affect the importing. I don't want people to have to manually change the cards. Because it's mostly just nerds who just started the game today that watch my videos. So that's so I just try to make it as easy as I can for them. You know, because I care about all of you. All right, we're playing Kingdra again, and then we'll play Rev of Room after this. And that'll probably be the end of the stream. No, PDC GL Dev Daylight Savings. You know, that's one of the things we got here. Another Team Rockets deck. Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense. We're at the bottom of we're in the 1300s. And I know. I'm just poking fun. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, for Spydops. That still doesn't make a ton of sense, but I guess. All right, well, as long as they don't have a Shaymin, I win. So let's go Poffin for Horsey Cleffa. And then, yeah, Air Balloon. That goes there. I guess I could have TM Evolvified, but I didn't want to. So let's just go for another Poffin and an Air Balloon. Poffin for, yeah, just double Horsey. So we prize the Shaymin, which is a Cryin Shaymin. And yeah, let's retreat into the Cleffa. Air Balloon this guy. You know what? I'll go get another Horsey. We'll just get everything going. And there's a bunch of cards. All right. So I can win the game next turn. So, yeah, you can have a conversation with yourself. So they got Professor Proton. They have a fully blinged... You know, for someone in the 1300s, you probably shouldn't have a blinged out deck. You know, maybe a blinged out deck isn't the smartest thing in the 1300s. You know, just thinking about it. Oh, this is going to be great. I don't want to waste all my stuff, but I'm doing it anyway. ABC, thank you. All right, so let's go Arven. Actually, I think this might be a TM Evolution turn. Because then I can go... But I mean, I guess I can knock out a Tarantula, which doesn't seem bad. Actually, yeah, we'll just knock out the Tarantula. I was thinking we'd go for a TM Evolution, but I think it's just knock out a Tarantula. All right. And then as long as we have one energy in the top 6, that was close. No, we've already had someone. Yeah, there you go. We've already had someone ask that. No, you have to wait until I'm monetized. So when I'm monetized and you have a YouTube Premium or a YouTube membership or whatever they're called, then you can do whatever you want. Then I think I get emotes or something. All right, well, the odds of them being able to do anything this turn are small, but... And... Yeah, we did 60. We did a hot 60. All right, well, currently they have no knockout. They would have to go Team Rocket's energy on the Mewtwo and then energy switch and then also fill up their bench, which they can't do. ZZ, obviously money. Yeah, that's why there's no ads, is because I'm not monetized yet. So we're very close. We only need to get to 1,000. So if anybody wants to create 70 accounts and subscribe, go for it. All right, well, I guess I just TM Evolution, and then I'll attach in case I just want to use Hydro Splash, because I don't believe in the heart of the cards here. All right, well, I don't really believe in the heart of the cards, but... I mean, I guess I Academy at night, but there's no way we can knock out anything, so I'll just go for the Mimikyu. And going for the Mimikyu actually isn't that bad, because remember, Mewtwo needs... They need to have 2 more bench rockets. And Leah, thank you. So yes, if you're not subbed to the VODs channel, or if you want to create 1 million accounts, please do so. Because that would behoove me greatly. So they still need 2 more basics. If they don't have 2 more basics, they can't win. Or they can't even attack. They'd have to retreat and attack with Spide-Ups and do nothing. I think they're realizing they can't... I think... Oh, they got the Proton. Damn it. And now they have the Wobbuffet, which is good because I can snipe. This attack does 60 damage to... No, it's cumulative. The Zapdos for Jamming Wang. So you can move in energy. But it is hilarious that the Team Rocket's Articuno is being put into decks that don't even attack, just so you can wall Alakazam, because Alakazam doesn't have an answer to it. All right, so let's attach to you, and then we'll Lilies for 6 and get 6 energy and hate my life. Actually, we almost did. All right, so let's go Fez. Probably should have burned the Nest Ball on the Poffin, but that's fine. Okay, PDCGL. All right. Okay, I see how it is. I see how it is. I see how it is. You know, if I'd attacked, I would have gotten 1 energy, but no, I use a Fez and I get 3. Of course. Of course. Oh, man. All right. Well, they're gonna... Okay, that's a Lilies. They still haven't used Giovanni. And Oreo, well, yeah, just play Crushing Hammer and Handheld Fan and Nighttime Mine, and you'll still lose. Yeah, just Crushing Hammer, Handheld Fan, Nighttime Mine, you'll still lose. And ISO Bandit, we're still waiting. I've mentioned this in like the past 6 videos that I've done. We're still waiting for confirmation. We're still just waiting. All right, look at all these cards I have. You know, there's a 99% chance that it'll happen. But that also means there's a 1% chance that it won't. Okay, there's no way that this is not exactly what I need. It was not what I needed at all. Great. Okay, so we just have to, I guess, Kyogre and let the dude get knocked out. And then I'll Academy at Night the energy back in. Because the energy needs to be in your deck because it's pathetic. And this is what I have to do because PDCGL is trolling me right now. And Bandit. Oh no, it's supposed to be an energy search, judge, crushing hammer, catcher, potion, pokeball. Those are all supposed to be in perfect order. And there's all space for it. But this is TPCI we're talking about, so anything could happen. So there's a 99% chance that all those reprints are in perfect order because it just works out with all, because we know most of the set. But it's TPCI, so you never really know. And ZZ, subscribe 70 times. So I have to get monetized first on the VODs channel, so just subscribe with 70 different accounts. And then I can put ads on everything, and then I'll make money, and you can do channel memberships and stuff. But I just wanted to work out the kinks and stuff to make sure that streaming works, because, you know, I had to get multi-chat set up. So I might start streaming on the main channel post-rotation. Again, they got rid of energy. Very strange decision. Okay. Can I please get a Kingdra or a way to find a Kingdra? Because I am going to lose this game if I don't. That is not a Kingdra. That is an energy recycler. If this is 3 energy, it was almost 3 energy. It was literally 2 energy and a Lillie's. And then we still got nothing. That is insanity. That this is the world that I'm living in. So I have to essentially call for backup just to go and get a Kingdra. This is insane. That I have to call for backup to go get a Kingdra. Because the game is not giving me a Kingdra. And that's all I have left in my deck is a Kingdra. Oh my goodness. So we just keep prizing everything I need, apparently. But it is wild how there's like Dragonite and Dragapult and Team Rocket's Mewtwo at the bottom of Master League. And then I'm out here with my Kingdra weird deck. So tomorrow, yeah, it'll be, oh god, ABC, thank you for the money. I appreciate it. So it'll be Marowak, Dodrio, I think Venomoth and Parasect tomorrow, just 151 focused. All right, so I have to knock out the Mewtwo this turn. And I think I Arven, even though there's just an item to... Ooh, that's good. Terrible timing. All right, so let's go Super Rod for Seadra. I guess I need all these things because I'm only down 1 rare candy, so technically we might be okay. All right, and then I want to Fez for 3, get a Seadra. Thank you. We have 2 energy recycler, which is perfect. And then I can Arven for the Poffin, because then we can get the Horsey out of the deck. I think we're going to do it. Press 1 if you believe. Press 1 if you believe in the fart of the cards here. Oh my god, I'm only getting energy recycler 2 in? That's pathetic. But remember, every single time I've used a draw supporter or a Fezandipiti, it's been energy. So we're guaranteed to get 4 off of this, which is I think all we need. Yeah, we just need 4. All I need is 4. I've Fez for 4 before. Oh my god, we got 6. No! No, we got rid of the Legacy Energy. No! I needed that to win. I needed the Legacy Energy to win. Oh no. Okay, well, there's a Kingdra, there's a Shaymin. I think we've prized Shaymin every single game I've played with this, except the game where we started it. All right, so they need to get, 1 more, and then they got it. That's unfortunate, but I think we can still win, because I can snipe the Mewtwo. Oh, they shouldn't have done that. So they have to go Giovanni, Energy Switch, Team Rocket's Energy on the Mewtwo, and they win. If they can't do that, I win. And yeah, we believed too strongly. Oh, there's no way. There is no way. Okay, yeah, there's no way. Yeah, there's actually no way. Unless they have a maximum belt. Well, you already used your supporter. There's no way. I have to get an energy, which is slightly concerning. Okay, there's Rocket Rush. I have to get an energy. Oh, the one time you don't give me energy, seriously? Okay, so I have to go Energy Recycler, put 5 in, and then I have to Iono, and then one of these two cards has to be an energy, or else I lose. Both. That's perfect. That's exactly what I needed. Okay, and then we go Retreat, and then I just have to snipe the Clefairy, and that's game. Okay, there's Academy at Night. I think that's game. There's no way we don't got it. There's no way, because I put non-energy on the bottom. Are you freaking kidding me? We got it. Because they put the Clefairy down, baby. I'll let it slide. Clamburglar, I'll let it slide. You know, you'll still have your mod privileges for at least another day. I just beat a Mewtwo deck with Kingdra, by the way. So I'll put the deck list in the VOD. Oh, 391, baby. I'll put the deck list in the live of the VOD. So I won't re-upload the VOD. It'll just be in the live section. And then here we go. Revaroom EX that I put 0 effort into. Captain Yamato. Face them a lot. Way too easy. Yeah, ABC, was that an on-screen celebration? Yeah, you threw bits at me. Was that just like an on-screen celebration, or just here's some butts? Hey, if anybody wants to spend, what is it, 50 bits? Yeah, they must have been like, did I just lose to a Kingdra deck? If you want to spend 50 bits, you can gigantify that emote. No one's done it yet. You can be the first person in channel history to gigantify that Beedrill emote, and I think it's only 50 cents. You could be a trailblazer. You could be the Christopher Columbus of directing Harry Potter movies. I do have basics in this deck, by the way. Can you gigantify more than one emote at a time? I don't know if you can. Great starting hand, by the way. How do you make it? I don't know. It's something with gigantifying emotes. Maybe if you click on an emote, or like when you go to emotes, there might be like a gigantify thing. I think that might be it. But yeah, we have a great starting hand. We have the best starting hand in the world. Okay, where's week 2? So yeah, let's just hey, how do you scare a Pokemon TCG player? How to scare a Pokemon TCG player? Iman, if we do, I'll make you a mod. If I top deck to Lilies, I'll make you a mod until I forget to remove you, until I remember to remove you. But it's so funny that there's what, 3, 6, 9, 11 decks between like 6% and 3% of the meta. Okay, they gave us an Artazon, so we're fine. Yeah, look at that handsome fella, because there's literally no other options. Look at that handsome fella, because there's literally nobody else. And Lena, I'm sorry that you came into the stream at this time to see such a terrifying sight. Imagine being proud. And ABC, I'm sure someone will find it. You should be able to gigantify an emote for like 50 bits or something. Yeah, if you took away the top row, that would be a super healthy meta. If the top row wasn't there, this would be great. Unfortunately, the top row exists. Yeah, I do kind of feel vindicated, like I'm Dashboard Confessional, because I said Megast Army's a fraud deck. I kind of tiptoed around it. But I kind of said it's a bit of a fraud deck, and then it just absolutely plummeted. All right, well, I can turbo energize the Varoom. Wow, I prized everything. When is Pult rotating? 380 days. Let's do Rigid Band and Turbo Energize, baby. And is it ironic that a YouTuber told us how to gigantify emotes? Is that Streamception? And Lena, oh, we're just going through rotation decks. I played Kingambit and Kingdra earlier, but tomorrow's a 151 day. Nah, by that time, they'll have given us another Gardevoir. They'll have given us Ultra Instinct Gardevoir or Gardevoir, Mega Gardevoir Z or something. So don't worry, it'll be fine. We'll be okay. Yeah, we're playing 151 decks tomorrow. Wait, are they doing nothing this turn? That'd be great if they did nothing. Because I'm also doing nothing. Yeah, I mean, Mewtwo outpacing Alakazam? I don't believe it. And immediately, Clamburglar is dethroned from the pin because Jagbomb has spitting facts out there. All right, so they didn't even TM Evolution, not that it really mattered. We got a Revavroom EX, baby. Nobody panicked. We have a Revavroom EX. All right, so let's go Defiance Band, Counter Gain, and oh yeah, let's make me rigid. Okay, there you go. There you go. So I think I put supporters in the deck, but, you know, I never put it past me to forget. So, like, yeah, if you just take out the Dragapult, it'd be great. But yeah, Slowbro's playable. It's not great, but it is playable. It's just, you have to remember, we're losing 1,000 cards and we're getting 88. So normally rotation is quite impactful, but normally we get about, you know, 150 to 200 cards. Yeah, that's the word I would have used too. But normally we get like 150 to 200 cards. We're getting 88 in perfect order, and 6 of them are reprints of like Judge and Crushing Hammer and Pokemon Catcher. So if you're wondering how are there so many just random decks doing okay, it's because there's just very few options. You know, the reason Dragapult is so dominant and why there's so many decks in B tier. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a smaller set means less bulk, right? Yeah, it means more quality over quantity, right? Totally. Totally more quality. Absolutely. So much more quality. Well, the sales side is peaking, right? It's not the competitive side. Like, yeah, we're seeing more players than ever, but that's just a population thing, right? There's 8 billion people on this planet. So, ooh, this is really good. The Handy Fan is hilarious. So it makes sense, right? Why there's so many people. Okay, so let's go Night Stretcher for, I guess I want the energy in case I get the baby Revavroom, because I do have that in the deck. Okay, so, oh, I shouldn't have attacked because now they can just knock me out. Yeah, that was dumb. Hey, that's my day 1 deck. I think day 1 is Zygarde, day 2 is Starmie, day 3 is Clefable. And then I won't stream the Sunday, and then it'll be like Decidueye and probably Doublade or something. And Xeno, I couldn't. I slapped this together in 5 seconds. I put this together in 5 seconds, and yeah. Last stream before rotation. Thought it was Decky Dewey. It is Decky Dewey. Dag nabbit, it's Decky Dewey all day, baby. All right, so let's put it on the dude. Hey, I'll play Salazzle for a stream and then remember why it's not good. I'll play it for a stream. Expanded stream when they add expanded. All right, we'll play one more game with this deck. And I'll change the list slightly. The reason you still play PDCGL is because they shut down the more functioning game. All right, so what am I playing? I'm playing 4 Lilies, 3 Iono, 3 Arven, 1 Bosses. I have a Fez. Do I have Pokemon Search? I have 3 Poffin and 3 Ultra Ball. Somehow, so I have this is a playable list. Did I put an Ace Spec in here? I did not put an Ace Spec in here. That's my bad. Yeah, we'll go for Treasure Tracker. So thank you, Xenomorph. I guess I can cut Crisis Punch because it's, yeah. I guess I can cut Crisis Punch because it's, yeah. My conspiracy theory is an ABC. I don't think that worked. My conspiracy theory is that they never planned on making the Mega Evolution era. Yeah, how could they make anything better than Toxicroak? But it's clear they weren't expecting to do Trainers Pokemon, and then like the Megas was interrupted. And Leah, that's why they created proxies. I'd like to point out that 3 weeks is not very frequent. Going back to Pokken Tournament. How's Pocky doing? They just added stadiums. And, well, Lena, I'm in the bottom of the 1300s. I need to start doing some winning. Yeah, I mean, Magic has about 25 different game modes going at once. Here, we don't do that. We don't do that here. And, yeah, the Kingambit and Kingdra games went terribly. Laddie, well, that's because, remember, I've explained this before. Still have never played a supporter with this deck. Well, apparently Rev of Room EX is. I log into Pocket to open my 2 free packs. Does that count? I have 4,000 pack hourglasses. Isn't that cool? I have 4,000 pack hourglasses. I'm so cool. Hey, oh yeah, Treasure Tracker is great. All right, so I guess I go for just Air Balloon, Handy Fan, Rigid Band, Counter Gain. There's no way we don't get everything we need, right? I think I get rid of Air Balloon. Let's go for, I guess, the Varoom. Okay, and then Technical Machine Evolution. Why are you stuck in the dryer again, Stepsis? What do you want me to call you when you're stuck in the dryer? And Space Cat? No. Because I want to save I save them for, you know, if I ever want to go back. You know, if I ever want to go back to the island. We have to go back. But yeah, so because they made trainers Pokemon as a knee-jerk reaction. You have to remember that. They made it as a knee-jerk reaction because, oh, this is great. This is great. This is awesome. I guess I should have used Rigidify, but whatever. Because ZA was delayed, so they thought they were going to start the Mega Era about 6 months before they actually did. And then they screwed everything up. The Epsteiny Island? But yeah, they screwed everything up, and yeah, bad things happened. So that's why there was trainers Pokemon for not enough time. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's actually pretty good. And Leah, yeah, remember we were told Avatar cosmetics would be free, and then they charged us for them. So, you know, my computer didn't really freak out too much today, which is nice. So I think, you know, the usage is definitely up, so that is a bit concerning. But I think once I get the VODs channel to 1,000, then we can definitely blow your back out there. Oh, I'm always ramming. I'm like a Ford truck. I'm always ramming. All right, so we need to flip heads or else we're in big trouble. But I do hit them for, I mean, they do resist me. Oh, if they go for a two-headed crushing, that's perfect. All right. So I have my Revavroom all revved up and ready to go. We got Rigid Band, Handy Fan, Defiance Band. I still have played this deck for 2 games. 0 supporters. I have still yet to find a single supporter with this deck, and there's 10 of them in the deck. Like, I could make chat, like, how would you like it if I made chat this big? I have the power to make chat this big. I could make you, like, the size of that. But my thought was that, you know, I want to keep it so you can see the prize cards, but whatever. Yeah, it's just so stupid, right? Like, I put 12 supporters, but then you get to the end of the game, and your deck has 10 supporters in it, and it's just terrible. And Space Cat? Mewtwo? I know you do. Hey, I mean, if I ever do a TCG Pocket stream again, I can have TCG Pocket in the middle, Subway Surfers on the left, and then, yeah, some, like, SpongeBob episodes. Okay, this is getting embarrassing. Press 1 if we're about to get our first supporter here. Press 1 if you think we're about to get our first ever supporter. I'm going to go for 1 and 6. Still no supporters. Still no supporters. I couldn't tell you. I haven't watched SpongeBob in at least 15 years, so I could not tell you. That's a real hassle to play in your deck. Well, if I already have the idea, like I'd put the deck list on screen, I'd put the main card on screen, I'd put chat on screen. It's pretty easy. It's just I'm not a TCG Pocket streamer right now. Hey, you better be nice to me. You better be nice. I can obliterate, I can Thanos snap you out of existence. Hey, we got our first playable supporter. Yippee. All right, so let's go 1 Varoom. I guess I Poffin just to get it out of the deck. Because all of my dudes have been milled, which is great. All right, let's go. Yeah, we'll do that. I guess just go for... Oh, hey, they milled an air balloon. Fantastic. Fan-flippin-tastic. They milled an air balloon. You know what? I believe in the heart of the cards. We're going to flip heads. Shouldn't have believed in the heart of the cards. Yeah, never believe. Never have faith. Miles, that's the sagest advice anyone's ever given on this channel. But that's the thing. As a content creator, it's actually really good that TCG Pocket does that, because then people are more inclined to watch your streams, right? People are more, you know, inclined to be like, oh, hey, I should watch somebody play this game because I don't want to do it myself because I'm bored and I don't want to spend money on it. So people are more inclined to be like, oh, I'll just do the thingy thing. Did I just attach to? Oh, I did. Yes, that was part of the plan. That was part of the plan. Don't you worry. Space Cat, you got some pilot luck there. And Clam Burglar, there you go. But yeah, so as a creator, it's actually really good when you... Oh, okay. That's unexpected. It's actually really good because people don't want to spend money on Pocket, but they still want to watch Pocket, oh god, get played. So it behooves us greatly because then guess what? People will watch your streams. People don't need to watch my PDCGL streams. That's why views are down, is because everything's free. Hey, we got a Lilies. And then nothing else. And I think I'm out of Revavroom. No, we got one more somewhere. So I'm just going to put another energy on the Monkey Dory. I'm just going to put the 5th energy on the Monkey Dory, I guess. And can they take a knockout? I don't think they can. Oh, wait, we're tied on prizes. I have Rigid Band and Handy Fan and Defiance. So I think they are taking a knockout, right? Because it's 110. And they put a Hero's Cape on them. Great. Fan flip and tap. Oh, and they hit my energy. Oh, and they hit an Iono. Great. Oh, wait, I survived. Wait. Oh, because Wild Drift. I forgot about Wild Drift. I do be wildly drifting. All right, so... I mean, I guess I can bosses the Monkey Dory. Because then if I bosses the Monkey Dory, then they have to, you know, do the thing. Yeah, I guess we just bosses the Monkey Dory. And then Wild Drift. And Zeus, we're playing some Revavroom EX. And we're failing to find anything. Okay, so as long as they don't mill my Revavroom EX, we'll be fine. Naturally, they'll mill my Revavroom EX. Or they'll mill the Ultra Ball. And Jagbomb, there are 2 Rotom in the deck. I just think they milled them, or I prized them. Yeah, they milled both. So I put both Rotom in here, but they decided, hey, what if I milled both of them? And this is a situation where Handy Fan is actually bad, because it's not you may move an energy, it's you have to move an energy. And they got the stupid Revavroom. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? And I don't know if I have any more recovery because they probably milled that too. I mean, I should have a Super Rod. Okay. Please tell me there's a Super Rod in the deck. Oh, God. We would have had it too. I would have won the game if we just had it. Wait, can I use the other Revavroom? No, because that won't do anything. They hit the Revavroom. 10% chance and they got it. All right, we're raiding Sunny. For the YouTube audience... Oh, no. Oh, no. Amy's playing Pokopia. We can't raid Amy. I'm sorry. Amy, you have to be playing this terrible game. You have to suffer. I only help people who suffer through the same psychosis. So we'll raid Sunny, who's playing some weird string cheese deck. All right, so it'll be 151 decks tomorrow. Twitch actually says Sunny has not raided me in the last 30 days. I have raided him 5 times. So everyone, this is Pilot has raided you 6 times. That's the raid message, YouTube audience. Peace out. I'll put the list in the description of the live. I'll see you tomorrow.